Push the talk.
Mary Chrysler.
What?
I said Mary Chrysler.
Mary Chrysler?
It's a meme, but
Oh, Jesus. Obviously, it's not a well-known meme.
guess what?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, it's a very well-known meme.
Oh,
I have
lovely.
new phone.
You have a new phone? Oh, okay. What'd you get?
Yeah, I just opened a present and I have
It's
a new
Christmas
phone.
Eve.
Yeah, I
You put those
opened one
presents
present
back.
on Christmas Eve. I opened one on Christmas Eve. Oh my
No,
God.
no. Push that. Put the
Yes.
present back.
No,
You thief, thief,
no,
thief,
no.
thief,
That's what
thief,
you're
thief,
supposed to do.
thief.
You're supposed to open one present on Christmas Eve.
Negative, you're a
You
thief.
never heard of that.
Negative, you're a
I've
thief.
done
Negative,
that since I
negative,
was a
negative.
child.
Nope, nope. You are a child. Obviously, you've been doing
No,
this since you were a child. You are a child.
no, I'm not.
How old are you?
16,
Yeah. What is the legal age of adult?
18,
What is the opposite of an adult?
a child.
Okay, you're a child.
No, no.
Yes.
It's like a year and a quarter away.
Okay. And you know what? In a year and a quarter, you will be somewhat
Not
an
a
adult.
child.
But right now, I don't know why I'm echoing, but right now, you're a child. You're a child. Did that help?
But
It's okay to be a child. Be a child for as long as you can, because eventually you become an adult, then you're an adult the rest of your life, and it kind of sucks.
Wait, but isn't child technically considered 1 to well, 1 to 2 is baby. 2 to 12 is child. 3 to 17 is teen. No. 13 1 to 2 is baby. 2 to 12 is child.
Wrong. Baby
13
is the gal who's spreading her cheeks for you. That's baby. Yeah, that's gonna be baby. The rest are childs.
Oh my god.
Yes, it just went there. That just happened.
Did you see the meme that I put in general?
I didn't watch it yet. Is it
Oh,
appropriate?
I could. I
am
mean,
actually
kind
pansexual.
of. Mostly.
I'm a
Yeah,
bird.
mostly.
I'm a bird. What the frick?
I couldn't find the
am actually
meme channel, so I just put it there.
There's a Mr. Funny Man channel.
I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
It's under Fun Times. Like, it's so weird. Y'all put in the 18 plus shit. Y'all put memes and nobody uses Mr. Funny Man guy. I even have like, I'm gonna wait. Watch. Y'all gonna use like all the art you can handle for political shit, and then you're gonna put your art in the political channel. Literally, try to have a channel for everything. Y'all put just a bunch of memes and furry porn in there.
Whoa, buddy. Ooh.
Am I wrong?
Wait. I have to switch my SSD card. No, my. I forgot. You have to switch your.
Hold on. Shade is having technical difficulties. He has died. He has now died.
I have not died. I am still here, everyone.
He's died emotionally. He's dead. Give us 1 second in mourning of Shade, the furry.
Why
All right,
do you
well, that's
label
enough.
me like
So,
that
how
every
was
single
everybody's day?
time?
Well, porn. I would like you to put porn in the 18 plus one, memes and jokes into the Mr. Funny Guy one, political stuff into the political channel, which honestly mostly people don't get political here, so it's not a big deal.
Can you
The
not
art, I would
label
like the
me?
art to go into the art channel, and then the ball pit, well, that's for very inappropriate stuff. That's kind of how I had it in my mind. But the 18 plus channel seems to be a bunch of memes. Mr. Funny Guy doesn't get used. Politicals don't get used. All the Arcade Handle, I think, has been used by Elk a couple times. The ball pit's pretty much what I imagined it to be. The ball
Oh
pit's pretty much what I
no,
imagined it to be.
I just flung the SIM card across the room. No, it just flew across the room.
Well, when you throw things, Shade. Yo, James, add me back. What do you mean, add you back? What do you expect me to make? Porn? I don't want to. I'm not entirely certain I want to see you in porn. But I do know that when I get a bunch of teenagers and adults on the internet, porn is soon to follow. This is like 30 to 80% of the internet. Oh, add you back on Cafe? Yeah, man, I'll get you. I'll get you. Not entirely certain. So what phone did you get? You never answered my question. What phone did you get? Shade. Shade. Shade chucked something, and now he's dead. He died. A horrible, horrible, horrible death. Also, he muted himself. How is everybody's day? How is everything going? I have no idea what I should play. No idea. But yeah, man, the arrogant hood, I got you.
Dude, be quiet. I just flung a SIM card across the room, okay?
You're not supposed to do that. If you do that, you don't get your phone number transferred over.
I'm not supposed to do that.
You have a half day at work. Nice. You need some Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks, actually. This cup I got before I did not like Starbucks. Arrogant, did I ever tell you my story?
Is there like a SIM card detector I can buy? Because, I mean, I don't know where this thing went.
He's switching around. He's switching around his SIM cards from his new phone, and he screwed up. No, arrogant. I'll tell you a story on why I do not patron at Starbucks anymore.
I did more than screwed up.
Yeah, when I was in Afghanistan, we didn't have any coffee, not real coffee, right? So what we did was everybody got a bunch of cash together. And we're in the middle of nowhere, right? And so we put it in the mail, and it takes like a month and a half to get back to the States. Sometimes longer, sometimes 3 months, but in this case, it took about a month and a half. And it took 2 months to get back to us. We were very excited when we saw that there was something labeled Starbucks, but it was an envelope and not the big amount of coffee that we ordered. We just ordered a bunch of coffee, right? We were really excited, actually. And in the note was our money with a note. Read, I'll just give you the gist of it because it was like it was like 30 paragraphs. We don't support the war. We don't support anyone in the war. We're refusing to do business with you. That's why I stopped patroning at Starbucks. Now, I mean, to Starbucks's credit, they fired those guys that did that. They found out because they're franchised. So they fired the jackasses that did that. And then they issued an apology about 2 years later. About 2 years later. Well, I'll tell you another story that happened this morning, Dark. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, they did apologize. Starbucks is on actually every major military base and fort now, all over the place. So it wasn't a true statement. It was just some people who decided to take matters in their own hands and send us back and basically tell us to fuck off. We weren't the only ones that got that. There were some Marines that got it too. But yeah, I mean, that was crazy. But I'll tell you what I did this morning, man. I was so tired. I went upstairs this morning. I grabbed the coffee pot and I started loading the coffee maker, and I poured what was the last, like it was only a little bit of coffee left in there, so I just poured it out. I just poured it out of the of the container, and I set the container beside the sink, and I turned around and I turned off the coffee pot and went and chilled out and watched TikToks for the next 30 minutes. Never put the coffee pot back to catch the coffee. So I started hearing drip, 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 and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I walk into the next room, and there is coffee everywhere. Just everywhere. And I'm sitting there going like, oh fuck. I need coffee in order to make coffee. That's what I needed, was coffee to make coffee. I just and then when my wife wakes up here in a couple of hours and gets mad at me, I'm just going to tell her you left me unsupervised. That's going to be my whole thing. But yeah, I actually bought this cup. I hadn't seen a Starbucks in, like, I missed a lot of things. I lived in Europe for 5 years. Domino's Pizza guy wrote on somebody's receipt, "I hate people that don't tip." I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Fuck those guys. You left your husband. It's not my fault. You left me unsupervised. And when she says you're an adult, and I'm like, and you left me unsupervised. Just like the TikTok meme. You left me unsupervised. It was on the news. That's so dumb. Why would that be on the news? You know what? Did you guys ever hear the "It's okay to be white" story? Anybody here not hear about the Reddit post and the trolling of the media with the "It's okay to be white" story? Anybody hear about this? I think I talked to Sparky about it before. It's just like the weirdest things get on the news. It's like a story about the weirdest things get on the news. Have you guys all seen that crap? Yeah, you think you fucking know it's okay, just don't abuse it, idiot. Are you calling me an idiot? I think I'm missing context here. What's up, Buffalo? Media controls a lot. Yeah, I mean the media in our country, the moment the media turned into entertainment media, like the 24-hour news cycle, they didn't become journalists anymore. They're kind of stupid. No, so the "It's okay to be white." So this Reddit post about, I want to say 4 years ago this happened. There was a Reddit post and all it said was "It's okay to be white." No watermark, nothing. No context to it at all. Just read that statement. Below the statement, it says step 1, print out a bunch of these. Step 2, put them on campuses or whatever. Step 3, watch the media go crazy. The whole point in context to putting these up in the post itself was to just make the media freak out. It worked. This made national news in some areas. All the paper said it's okay to be white, and they're finding all these people saying this is white supremacist. This is crazy talk. Oh my god, I can't believe that they did this. And then they found some gal who is overreacting, going, "I don't feel safe on my campus anymore." It's like, because people put some flyers up saying it's okay to be white, right? And it worked. And then somebody actually Googled this, right? Somebody actually went to Googled this, found the Reddit post, posted up on their, thank you, Merry Christmas. Yeah, right? And, well, they have to turn it into entertainment. So if it's not a catastrophe, it's not entertainment. I mean, there was not too long ago, there was a video of a recording of one of this, I think the CEO of CNN, the CEO of CNN, he posted that they had to find a new crisis since Trump was getting out of office. So they've got a few: mutated COVID virus, Trump's shadow government. That's what's between right now: mutated coronavirus or Trump's shadow government. So expect those two to be pushed in 2021 after Joe Biden takes office. If we're going to have a Trump shadow government and a mutated COVID virus. Brought to you by the media. I was like, wow. What did we call it? Fear porn. It's fear porn. It's what happens when you have entertainment news. In the 90s, sex sells. In 2020s, fear. Oh, no, yeah, it's true. You're absolutely right. It's true. The only problem the reason why I call it fear porn is because of the 99.98% survival rate. Which coincidentally is a better survival rate than me driving to work. So I'm fine staying home. Coincidentally, it's a better survival rate than me not driving to work and back. So I'm good staying home. I don't care. Like, and we've got the a vaccine coming. I mean, it's going to mutate every year. Unfortunately, Trump was not incorrect when he said that we're going to have to get used to living with this virus. Kind of like polio and whatnot. It is what it is. I don't think... Well... I don't know. Elon Musk has got some great ideas. But yeah, I mean, I get the sentiment. I get the sentiment, but I'd be willing to bet we're not putting them in babies. I'd be willing to bet we'll do this voluntarily. I mean, we already have a precedent set for this. So inside of vehicles, there's a box, and this box is attached to what's called OBD3. So there's OBD1, that's basically the 80s to 1992. 1992 to 2016 had OBD2. That's the one where well, I mean, that was the start of OBD2. But you know how you have vehicles now, and you just go in, they plug in a little monitor to your computer system and tell whether or not you passed emissions, and you go on your way, right? You never in your life think you would hear the term. Yeah, it is definitely fear porn. Media is definitely fear porn. But and then you head out. Well, they have this new one out, OBD3. It'll be a government controlled and owned box in your cars. Now, the really cool thing is this will eliminate the need for you to go get emissions done. You will only need to get safety done. Some of the downfalls, the government will know exactly where you are because there will be a GPS system inside of your car that you can't tamper with. The government will know if you're outside of regulations or have done any modifications to the car, such as fuel to air mixture ratios, intake, exhaust, headers, etc., because it will be in control of the computer system inside your car. So basically, if you're outside of regulations, they just mail you a fix-it ticket. That doesn't mean the cops will stop pulling you over, although the cops should stop pulling you over. Perks and bullshit. Yeah, I mean, here's my idea of the government. I don't want any law in place that I can't look at you in the face and say this is worth killing you over. That because we know that every law is backed up by a guy with a gun, and that guy with the gun is likely to shoot you if they have to have an interaction with you. The more interactions you have with these guys with guns, the more likely you are to get shot. That is the long and the short of it. And if you don't believe me, no sound. Do I not have sound? Hello? Can you hear me now?
I hear you on Discord fine.
Yeah, okay. I have sound, it must be DC. Okay. But and if you don't believe me, just ask the gentleman who got choked out by 3 police officers on a corner for selling 3 cigarettes. The reason why selling cigarettes on a street corner in New York City, the reason why that was stopped is because they were being undersold by the tobacco companies. The tobacco companies were tired of being undersold, so they lobbied the state government to make it a $300 fine. I think it was $300, a $300 fine. This man was killed over a $300 fine. This man was killed. Let me repeat that. That man was killed over a $300 fine. This is why I say that any law put in place, if you can't put on the end of that law up to and including your life, Why is your screen double chat? It's not. It's only one chat. Oh, it is double chat. Hold on. Weird. There we go. I don't know why it was doing double chat. I don't know how that got turned back on. But, I mean, that's the reason why I say attached to it. Because, you know, most people who will be shot by the police will be shot by the police during a routine pullover. Parking brake, light out, speeding, whatnot. And most police officers that will get shot, most police officers that will die on the line of duty will die on the same thing. That's why it's such a tense situation. Is because most people that get killed in police interactions, I mean both the police and the person that they're pulling over, is done over routine stop. Over just routine stuff, routine stops, right? So you could literally cut in half how many people get killed by the police and how many police die every year if you just stop pulling people over. Any law, yes. Well, no. Okay. Can laws be abused by the police? Yes. That means that there needs to be a revision of the law, not a revision of the police. Unfortunately, police are human beings, and human beings will take advantage of anything that they give you. That's the reason why we have to be more careful with the laws that we put in place. And that's why any law that's put in place should be worth killing somebody over. If a law is put in place, it should be worth killing somebody over. Other than that, the government should butt the fuck out. The government's supposed to be here to protect me from somebody coming and trying to take my freedom away. Right? Like, I would much rather the police be reactive than proactive. Because I think people need to police themselves for the most part. Right? I want to bring back being able to tell that guy next door that he's doing wrong. The police know their rights. And if you don't know your rights, that's because you didn't take the time to go and research it. Or you didn't go and do a free consult with a lawyer. Right? You need to know your rights. You should not go in blindly, and you should immediately ask for a lawyer. You should immediately ask for a lawyer. Shouldn't even be a question. Shouldn't even be a thought. Anytime you have to interact with the police's job is to get you on something. The police's job is to get you on something. That's their whole job. They want to get you on something. They have to justify pulling you over. They have to justify talking to you. They have to justify bringing you in. They need to get you on something. Just shut up. Get a lawyer, even if they haven't arrested you. Even if they haven't arrested you, get a lawyer. All right, guys. This is so few people in here today. Well,
okay,
I
I found the SIM card after a slight mental breakdown.
Slight mental
Yeah,
breakdown.
we're
You
all
still
good
haven't
now.
told me what new phone you have.
I don't think I should.
Is it iPhone?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
How dare you call me an idiot? I didn't even buy it, so I mean,
You accepted the gift, didn't you?
yeah. My family hates Android.
He got an iPhone. Hey
I
guys,
will.
buy the new $1,500 iPhone. It's exactly the same as the last iPhone.
I didn't
But
get the
better,
new one.
because this is one number higher than last year's.
I didn't get the new one. I got.
Want to see something that your iPhone can't do?
Sparky, I swear.
Oh, boom. Boom. Yeah.
Want to know something? Want to know something that phone can't do? Go in water.
Also true. Actually, Samsung owns the rights to that water resistant stuff that Apple literally had to sign a contract with them to get. So you can thank Samsung for that. Actually, I think LG's the one manufacturing the Samsungs now. They wanted their screen. So pretty much your phone's in a secondhand LG.
Cool.
Yep.
Don't care.
Not water resistant. There's so the water resistance that you see inside of phones today is a kind of a goo coating, which is really cool because this coating was actually on, is it Shark Week? No. Shark Tank. Shark Tank. Shark Tank. Samsung was the one that bought the contract and put it into all their Samsung S7s. When they stuck them in their Samsung S7s, that became the number one selling phone. And even down on the sales floor, the salespeople, the pitch was grab a thing of water, take your demo phone, walk up to a person, ask them how they are, ask them if they want to see something cool, drop the phone in water, turn on the screen, and start selling the phone to them. It worked very, very, very well. It's very effective. People were buying that shit up in droves, right? It was so effective that 2 or 3 years later. See, the thing of it is Apple never puts. Oh, sorry about that. Apple never puts anything in their phones unless it's proven technology. So usually they wait 2 or 3 years to make sure the technology is proven before sticking it into their device. Yeah, I mean this one was actually featured. Those guys are billionaires now. The guys that came up with this coating, and it's really cool because it's just a spray, right? The guys that came up with the coating, they did a really great job. They did a phenomenal job. But that, I mean, that's the reason why we have all these smartphones that are water resistant now. I thought it was a great idea. I'm glad that Apple got on board with it. Water resistant or waterproof phones have been like wide in China for years and years and years. So it was about time we got them. Well, the thing about Apple is this. Apple likes to make their stuff for people that are not technologically inclined. That doesn't mean that you are not technologically inclined by using Apple, but that's the way they put their stuff. You literally pay lots and lots and lots of extra money for it being simple. Like if I go and buy an Apple TV and I hook it up to my TV and I sign into my, all I have to do is remember my password, which nobody who has an Apple product really does. But just sign in with my username and password, and all my stuff that's on my phone, that's on my MacBook, that's everything goes right to my TV, and I know it. It's too easy to use. It's too easy to use. Right there, bam, I'm done. Right? And it's like the same thing with transferring my data from my Apple phone to my Apple phone, is I just sign into my Apple ID and it pulls it off the cloud. It's too easy, right? It's very, very, very simple. I don't have to hook the two phones together, nothing. Android is made for people, and but you don't get permissions. You don't get a lot of permissions. Stream, and they said, like, the RAM
All
was
right,
good.
time to switch my SIM card without having a mental breakdown.
But when it comes to, and the reason why I like Android is because I can unlock the developer. So once you pay off a phone, the phone is yours. Or if you buy it direct from the manufacturer, the phone is yours, and you can turn off things and turn on things.
I mean, that's the same as jailbreaking an iPhone.
Well, you can't jailbreak an iPhone, and honestly, by contract, you don't actually own your iPhone. By contract, the terms of service that you agree to when signing into an iPhone states that they own the software on your phone, and you can never own the software on your phone. Therefore, they can push any updates they feel like. On an Android, I can stop updates.
But if you block it, okay, if you jailbreak an iPhone, you don't receive updates and you basically disconnect from Apple's
Yes, so
thing.
it's literally hostage taking. See, I can choose which updates I want to hit my Android, but you cannot choose that. And the Android, like if I went and got an Android, like a Samsung 5, I could still get all my apps. But if you went and got an iPhone 5, applications wouldn't be working on there. Especially if you jailbroke it. Oh my god, nothing would work on there. No, you know what? Honestly, today's community day, man.
Hi.
Maybe later today. What's up, Don? I see you. Maybe later today we'll play some Alan West, but I mean it's community day,
Alan
so it's
Wake,
90% of
Wake,
this is just discussion.
Wake, not West, Wake.
Wake, yeah. I don't. I keep calling him Alan West. Gen Z talk show. Yeah, pretty much.
You want him
Pretty
to be
much do.
Batman. Fair.
I am Batman. I just am.
Uh-huh.
I am. You know it.
Also, I would love to see Apple try that case of not owning your iPhone in a court in the Netherlands. It would be hilarious to watch. I'd actually want to see that.
But I mean, well, I mean, I don't know what. I don't know if they changed the terms of service for the country that they're in. You own the hardware, you just don't own the software. Plus, Apple like should make the text box smaller. Why would I make? Oh, yeah, I guess it is a little bit big.
Yeah, your overlay is also makes you sometimes hide behind the overlay.
My overlay makes me hide behind the overlay.
Yeah, because your normal camera wasn't set up for the overlay yet.
That's
See?
all you get of me
See?
now. Want to start shit? That's right. What you got? What the fuck? Hold on.
I don't know. I said Tuesdays.
No,
There it goes.
just
Now
a normal
chat.
Thursday. Nothing to see here.
Performance. That should do it.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're stretched.
Wide
You're
screen
stretched.
Jensen
Did it
cinematic.
just fuck up? Hold on, I got you.
Wait,
He turned it into
looks,
cinematic
it looks
view.
like
Yeah,
he's
no.
playing. It looks
Dude,
like he's playing.
Caffeine's
Fortnite
mesh
on
with
stretch
Streamlabs is so shit. Caffeine's mesh with Streamlabs is so shit.
That's
Oh
why
my
you don't
God.
use Streamlabs.
No, Streamlabs is great. I love Streamlabs. Ooga booga fear porn.
Yeah, just because.
I'd love to. I'd love to
love
take.
Streamlabs, just like you love Android.
Well, no, I mean, I just think no, it's just utility wise. Like if Apple made it, so that I could go unlock the developer options, and they put their source code out for people to use like Android does, I would probably give Apple a chance, but they don't because they're a hardware software company. So the really cool thing about Apple is when they put out a product, they have optimized the software and the hardware together. That's the reason why you can't replace any parts because it's all been optimized together. But it like Android and Windows, I have a Frankenstein computer sitting next to me that's got two graphics card and an Intel and whatnot. Like I Frankenstein the shit out of it. This isn't like a monotheistic, a one-tracked mind computer. It's there to do the really difficult things, but Apple doesn't do that. Depends. You could always set it up with a VPN and filter by IP address. You can't really reproduce an IP address, right? So I mean, you could set up a VPN or you could IP lock it and only accept it from certain IP addresses. Things like there's a lot you could do to secure that. You can just close all ports, but the port that you want to have access to.
There's always ways around stuff.
Yeah. So my life's so boring. Tomorrow's Christmas and no decorations. Oh, really? Dude, I got the tree upstairs and everything, right next to the lizards. I'm sure they're pissed off. They think 24/7 it's daytime. I don't know if I'm gonna get any presents though. I know my wife's gonna buy. So tomorrow she's gonna hand me her credit card and tell me to go buy a video game. I'm gonna go. So the day after Christmas, I'll be playing Cyberpunk for sure. Who dat? Who dat?
Oh, it was just me. I had to leave him. I totally did not just take my phone case off with a knife. No, not a butter knife.
Wow, no Christmas food shopping. Well, you ain't got shit. Yeah, I
We went
mean,
Christmas
I can
drink
tell you.
shopping.
I can tell you. I went upstairs. I saw the turkey defrosting, so I'll definitely have turkey tomorrow. I don't know. We got one less person in the house, so. You mean your parents know what you want? You sound rich. Take my credit card and go spend money. Well, she knows exactly how much I'm going to spend, right? We're literally exchanging $60 to each other.
Hey guys,
I
wanna know
got her
something
$60 to go and buy books with, and she's giving me $60 to go and buy Cyberpunk with. I don't think that's rich.
Do,
I don't
do you
think
guys
that's
want to know
rich.
something funny? I figured out why
It's
I
so
got
much
this
more low
phone.
effort. It's like, yeah, I don't know what you want to read. Here's $60. Yeah, I also don't know what you want to play. Here's your
Yeah,
$60 back.
yeah, it's more lazy. It's just more lazy. There's a certain point, like I'm at a point now in my life. I have 3 cars. They're all paid off. My credit card is paid off. I have no bills except for just like the mortgage, water, air. It's not rich life, dude. Dude, it's not rich life. There have been months I have not eaten. Guys, I was a part-time worker when I was 20 making $8 an hour trying to support a family. If y'all think I'm rich, you don't know what poor is. Like
Yes,
when I
it's
was
not rich.
younger, I had to go and beg for food to make sure my daughter didn't go hungry. You know what happened? Yes, I finally over the years have gotten myself to a point where $61 is not a whole lot of money. Back when I was a kid, back when I was with a new family, we a $20 purchase, a $20 purchase? Yeah, I was very young. I had my daughter when I was 20. My wife was 18. I lived in a housing where my rent was $25 a month. It was government subsidized housing. I lived in housing where my rent was $25 a month. If that had not been there, I would have been fucked. I would have yeah. And I couldn't afford food. I canceled my insurance on my car cuz I couldn't afford it, so I walked everywhere. I rode my bike to and from university uh just reading books so I could get smarter. I wasn't a part of the university. I didn't buy clothes, right? I rode a bike, and the bike was and the university was 11 miles away. Um, the real change in my life happened when I joined the army. Tell them the BS they told you. Oh, when I went to get government, so we did live in government subsidized housing. We didn't even qualify for food stamps when we went and tried to apply for food stamps. Okay, they looked at us and they said a couple of things. There was a couple of times. They told my wife to divorce me. They said divorce me and they can help her out. Basically, they said divorce me and they can help her out, but as long as she's married to me, they cannot help her. When we went to apply for food stamps, the liaison literally looked at us and said these words: I have no programs for you. If you were Hispanic, if you were black, we have programs for you, but since you are white, you make too much money. I was part-time making $8 an hour, and I was making too much money to qualify for food stamps. I was maybe getting 25 hours a week. And living in subsidized housing. They wouldn't give us food stamps. Um yeah. We were struggling hard. I finally got a job at a Walmart that was full-time, making like I think $9 an hour, and and that was better. At least it was more hours. And then eventually I made manager there, making 9.75. Right? And then I joined the army. I said fuck this because that wasn't a living wage. I couldn't live off of it. My family was starving. I couldn't afford insurance. My daughter fell on the sidewalk and put her tooth through her lip. And the only thing I could think was, how am I going to afford the doctor's visit? It was a horrible thought. So I joined the army. I literally the next day walked into a recruiter's office and asked him what I need to do in order to qualify for the army. They said drop 20 pounds. So I ran to work 5 miles there and 5 miles back every day until I dropped the 20 pounds and I joined the army. That's what I did. to make sure that my family was taken care of. I learned life skills. I learned stopped making excuses, and I got enough money to go to university. I went to university. I have a good job now. But I came from a house. My parents, before I was born, were drug dealers. My dad died because he did a bunch of drugs, crossed the street, and was too high and fucking drunk to realize that he was too high and fucking drunk to go anywhere, and ended up getting ran over at 55 miles an hour. Right? So I grew up half of it without a dad. They were in the middle of a divorce when this happened. Look, I took the white privilege test. It turns out I have none. My family is about as ghetto as you can get. At least my side of the family. It turns out I have none. I don't know what to tell you. Right? I grew up without a father. My mother went to university and got a degree. I raised my little brother. I raised him. I had to be the punisher of my little brother because my mom was trying to live off the little life insurance that my dad gave me. Thank God he had the forethought to have life insurance. And so she went to university on it, and just horrible. My little brother hated me for years because I had to punish him every time he did something wrong. So I had to be his dad, basically. We don't even talk. We don't even talk because he just hates me. Right? I mean, he doesn't hate me anymore. He's grown up. He realizes what I had to go through as a kid. Like, I know how to cook. I know how to cook because my mom wasn't there to cook because she was just gone. Like, I never really saw my mom. Right? So I had to learn how to cook because my mom was trying to get a degree to make our lives a little better. Right? I don't know how, as a single parent, my mom got through university. Don't even ask me. I have no idea how you do that. Because I had the roughest time with a wife getting through university with one kid. My mom, single mom, somehow while working a job and going to school and raised two kids. Right? I don't mean to make you cry. I just like I don't know how to express. Like everybody looks at me like yes, I had to sit and save and scrape and claw to what I have, and I am just on the lower middle class. I am on lower middle class, and I had to jump through so many hoops just to get to lower middle class, right? I yeah, but I made it to lower middle class. But I'll be honest with you, not. So here's the thing. You know, I broke one of these rules, by the way, when I was a kid, but in order to make it to middle class, 95% of the people that follow three rules will make it to middle class. Three rules. Okay? Serious. These three rules. 95% of the people that follow three rules in our society will make it to middle class by the time they're 30. Graduate high school. Don't commit a major felony or misdemeanor. Don't have kids before you get married. No shit, follow those three rules, and you have a 95% chance to be in the middle class by the time you're 30.
I mean, you also have to apply yourself.
No, honestly, it'll come to you. Any job that you get, like go get a job at Walmart. Eventually, you make assistant manager as long as you keep up the job. And that's 45. That's 45 to 65 a year, depending on how you negotiate your contract.
That is applying yourself, though. You have to do something. You have to be active.
I mean, you have to go get a job, but I mean, and just do the normal things that's expected of you, right? But yeah, like if you follow those rules, it's very easy in America to get into the middle class. That's like one of the greatest things about America is it's not difficult to get into the middle class. But my wife did not graduate high school. We had my daughter out of wedlock, and we got married later. You were born in the middle class, but your mom treat me like any well. Well, I mean, middle class is nothing special to me, but yeah, I mean, but I'm at a point now where I have all my debt paid off. So really, I'm not rich. I just lack payments. Like I don't have a car payment, right? I only have a mortgage. That's it. Like I have a mortgage. That's my major bill.
You're paying off your house still.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
pay off my house as fast as possible, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the house that I'm in right now, of 80% of the payment is to the interest. I'm actually gonna redo some things, but 80% of the payment is to the interest. If I pay off this house and I don't have a mortgage, the taxes for where I live are $1,200 a year.
It is basically that's also a main thing. Don't get needless debts, people.
Yeah.
Just
So
don't get
so
them. Don't
well,
get them.
hold on. So all I would have to do is just upkeep the house itself, water, just the normal, like water, the resources that we have available to us, like water, garbage,
Util-
heating, air conditioner, things like that. But yeah, if you pay off, honestly, if you just get a house, let's say you get a house, all right, and your payment is $800 a month. Okay, let's say you did a 30-year fixed loan. Hold on, notes. Don't want this one. No, I want something bigger. Hold on. Oh, that is not what I want. Go away. Okay, fine. We'll just do Notepad. Okay. Let's see here. Let me show you how to pay off your house early. I think this is relevant. You have a ring light. I do have a ring light. I know. Thank you, Sparky. But okay, so we'll go through a few things.
Wait, is Sparky's beard growing in nicely, or is Jen's
Sparky
beard
does not
growing
have a
in
beard.
nicely?
I don't know. Honestly, Sparky's a very attractive woman. All right, so let's go with rent and and house payment. Okay, so let's say I have a house payment $800 a month. Okay, all right, but so this is the house payment. This is the payment itself, the minimum. Okay, min. All right, so I pay $1,200. I pay $400 to the dividends. So if your house payment is $800, 600 of it is most likely just interest alone. And then 200 actually goes to the house itself. 200 of it goes to the house itself. So that is how it works. Because right now I can tell you this. My payment to my house is $1,293 a month. 790 of that is interest. 300 of it actually goes to my house. The rest is like insurance or whatever. Okay. 790 of it goes just to the interest, and the interest is only 4%. I got to redo my mortgage, but that's the way it looks. Most of your house payment will be interest. Most of your payment every month. So you got to keep that in mind. But I'm going to refinance, and from what I saw, my payment for my house will go down to about $800, which means around 600 of that, or probably 500 of that, will be interest, and 300 of it will be to the actual dividends itself.
Your chat's doubling again.
See, this thing is just fucking up, man. There. Okay. So you hit the hotkey. It might have been I hit a hotkey. But all right, so to the dividends. Okay. Rent, you make no profit. Off a house, let's say I started off with a $200,000 house. Okay. And I pay down 50 grand. You can choose to refinance the house back. You paid off 50 grand, so now you owe $150,000 on the house. So what a lot of people tend to do is they refinance. They refinance and they take out a loan for the full amount of the house, and then use the 50 grand to improve house. This is what it means a lot of times when you refinance. I'm going to refinance to lower the payment. You can refinance to lower the payment, or you can refinance to improve the house. If you can improve the house, then you can sell the house for a higher amount of money than what you have the loan for. So let's say I put like a back porch. I don't know how to spell porch, so just bear with me. Let's say I make a back porch and that adds $20,000 to the house. Right? It's a really nice back porch. Let's just say that. It's a really nice back porch. And now it adds $20,000. That means that I can go to the market and sell that house for 220 grand. So I make $20,000 profit. Right? This is how people will buy and sell houses and make a profit off of doing improvements. Let's say I did the improvement myself, right? And I took that 50 grand, I pocketed 30, spent 20 grand on improving it. So then I make $50,000, right? It just depends on how you work your finances. This is stuff they don't teach you in school, and they really should be teaching in school. But this, I find, is the best way, right here, is the best way. Think about this. If my payment is $800 and only 300 of it, let's say it's on a 30-year loan, okay? 30-year loan. If the payment here is, let's break it down. 500 of it is interest. 300 of it is to dividends, is to the actual balance itself. Okay? That means if I pay $1,200 to this, I am paying, well, we got $700 to dividends if I up my payments. Just by upping it $300, I can double my payments and make the 30-year loan 15 years. Right there. Right there, you have halved the payments. That's why they tell you that your rent or your buying your house should be less than 50% of what you make in a month. The payment for it should be less than 50% of what you make in a month. The reason why is because if you are smart, you'll do this. Right now I can't do this. I'm going to do this. I got to refinance the house this year. My credit score when I got the house loan was 650. My credit score now is in the high 700s. So it's time to refinance, get a lower interest payment. I'm gonna have a lower payment, and I'm just gonna keep the same amount of payments, the automatic payments I do every month. Do it 1,200, double my payments. I will be out from under my house by the time I am 55. By the time I am 55, if I do what I just said. That means 55, I work in IT. I can work for the rest of my life and take cruises once a month and just go on vacation. I can literally work for the rest of my life doing IT. IT is not difficult. I sit in my office and press keys on a keyboard. Right? Army is difficult. Army broke down my knees. Like, my knees are shit. Oh my God, my knees are shit. But I mean, these are things that you need to think about. It is better to buy a house that's really cheap and improve it and sell it and then make a profit and then move on to a better house. You want to go until you have a house that you're happy with. Right now I'm in a house that's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. Mostly because the Army backs me on the loan. I have what's called the VA loan, which gives me a lower interest, and it also made it so I didn't have to do a down payment. But, I mean, this is stuff, I don't know, did I lose you guys?
No, I'm
Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything.
European for this.
I'm setting up my phone, okay?
But, I mean, here's the things that you kind of need to look at, because the best money that you can make is buying a house. It is easy. It is easy. If you are paying rent to somebody, you're just throwing your money at them and saying, have a good day with it. But if you buy a house, even a cheap house, you can turn around and sell it. You can turn around and sell it for a profit. Go get a couple books Or watch some videos on carpentry. Go into the house and improve it. It is so cheap and easy to improve a house. I'm dead serious. It's so cheap and easy to improve a house. Yeah, couple. I said couple. Did I say cup?
Did
But
you
you
see
get
what I
what I'm
put in
saying,
chat?
right? It's like there's YouTube videos on this stuff. There's hundreds. You don't even have to read. Look, there are hundreds of people out there that are willing to literally teach you just the basics. Inside of a month, you can learn how to improve your house. Inside of a month. Look, this guy looks great. Inside of a month, you can learn to improve your house, sell it for a profit, move on to a nicer house. I knew a 22-year-old. She had 2 houses under her name because she kept flipping houses. She came from no money, bought her first house, improved it, took out a second loan, right? Took out a second mortgage on a house, used that second mortgage as a down payment for another house. Dubster gutter? Okay. Yeah, I mean, and use that down payment as a second use the second mortgage as a down payment on a second house, sold them both, and then she bought her dream house because she had $400,000 at the end of it. With the improvements that she did, she had $400,000 at the end of it. I think out of pocket it cost her $50,000, all loaned. So she's not paying this out of pocket, right? All loan money. Ended up making $400,000, $200,000 per house. Sold those to some nice couples. Bought her dream house. She is 30 and has no mortgage payments. So all of her money just kind of goes into her pocket. Right? I don't know if everybody can do that. She did get really lucky with the area that she bought the houses in, had an economic boom because they legalized weed. Right? So I don't want to say that there weren't aspects of this where she got very lucky. There were aspects of this that got her very lucky. Like if you live in Colorado, Washington, the places that legalized weed, there was a huge economic boom. A huge economic boom. Did Maine legalize weed? Okay. Like if the federal government, I can tell you right now, I have several $1,000s that if the federal government approves, if it makes it through Congress, I'm probably gonna, if legalizing weed makes it through Congress, I'm gonna invest heavily in weed industry. Right now I can't because of federal laws.
Fuck yeah.
Right now I can't because of federal laws. I don't even smoke weed, but I know a cash cow when I see one. In fact, I might just preemptively do it. I
mean, it's a hole in the market, and if you're decent at it, the thing is, you need to hire some stoners and keep them in check, so to speak.
So
because you do want.
So yes, there's going to be a secondary stimulus check. All right, and it got rejected by Trump. Does anybody know why it got rejected by Trump?
I do.
Well, I know you do. It got so the stimulus check. Stimulus check, $900 billion. $900 billion. That's not. I mean, that's a part of the reason. So if you took $900 billion and gave it to the American people, which is around 300 million, that would be $2,700 for every man, woman, child. Okay? But instead of giving that, they gave us $600. Instead, they gave us $600. Well, here's the thing, is they're giving foreign aid. I suck at spelling, so just forgive me. All right? They literally gave $20 million to Pakistan for gender studies. I'm sorry. I can't say that straight. They gave $20 million to Pakistan for gender studies. They gave $20 million to Pakistan for gender studies so that they could prop up women, basically.
Yes, he is not kidding. There is a source for
This
this.
isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. It was, so get this. Congress was given a 5,000 page bill and only 2 hours to read. And most of them, they voted it through. Even AOC, shouldn't like to be called AOC, but I don't give a fuck. Even AOC said it was hostage taking. She said that and still voted yay.
Yeah.
She still voted for this. The reason why is this. It's our fault. Because the media and us, we only read headlines. Right? So I'll give you a clue on how we only read headlines, okay? Because everybody loves to hate on Trump, right? Like, it's the best thing ever is to hate on Trump. You need to ask yourself this question. Did you know that Trump, over the course of his presidency, has been nominated for 3 Nobel Peace Prize? In fact, 2 of them were this year. 2 Nobel Peace Prize for this year. He was able to broker with the Middle East. He was bringing peace to the Middle East. He was able to broker to have 7 different countries get on the docket and recognize Israel as a sovereign state. You don't know that because it doesn't make a headline. It's not a good headline. But I guarantee you, a lot of people know that Trump, while he was on a school trip, had 2 scoops of ice cream instead of 1 when everyone else had 1.
I didn't know that.
Nobody asked you, Shade. Shut up.
I don't
I
care.
have freedom of speech. I don't need somebody to ask me to tell something.
He's got freedom of speech, everybody. I was kidding. He's got freedom of speech. We're gonna do the Twitter thing. Mute you. No, but I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying. Is all the bad things that Trump did, but nobody ever talks about like why is it that 2 scoops of ice cream made headline news, but
Here's the thing.
Trump
About 2
bringing
scoops of ice
peace,
cream.
some sort of peace to the Middle East didn't, right? Because that's news. That's news.
About the
That's
ice
newsworthy.
cream. About the scoops of ice cream, it only would be evil if he was mixing flavors that are not supposed to go together. Like, if he is mixing chocolate and lime, get him out of here.
Yeah, and like I said, it's very popular to hate on Trump. It's really popular to hate on Trump. Yes, and yes, if you mix two incorrect, like cotton candy, well, just cotton candy flavored ice cream in general. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people want to hear all how racist he is and whatnot, right? That's what people generally want to hear. But the reality is, right? The reality is on the other side. Is unfortunately, Trump has done more. Trump has done more of what the people have been asking, and I'll give you an example. First, bringing peace to the Middle East. Okay, he took wide strides to do that. Second, get rid of red tape. What American has not requested the government cut red tape? The fucking retarded. During his first year of presidency, he gave everything that was DOD and DOJ authorized. He told them for every new regulation you put in for 1 whole year, you can remove 2. That means for every new regulation in 2017, there were 2 regulations removed off the books. This made my life in the Army so much easier. Like, it's so much easier. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is incomparable to think. He cut so much red tape, but you don't read, like, this wasn't a headliner. Right? Well, the only thing he does is when he says shitty stuff. Name me one bad thing he did during his presidency. Like an incorrect policy. Just one. Give me one. And in fact, give me one policy that he put in place that wasn't supported by the Democratic Party in the past 20 years. Just one. Because my hypothesis is Trump is a Democrat.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Well, no, the rocket strike on Syria.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy. Yeah. That's the problem. Is we know what he tweeted. We know what he fucking tweeted. We know he was a mean dude. And granted, the guy's a jackass. But nobody knows a policy he put in? I mean, you could go back to Obama and say Obamacare at least, right? No, he didn't. He did ban transgenders from the military. You're right. I absolutely disagree with that one, Sparky. However, that was supported by Obama. That was supported by the Clintons. So that was supported by a major. Well, that was supported by the Democratic Party in general.
See, can I jump in on the transgender one because I like it? I understand how people look at it, but you cannot sign a contract and then state I am going to take a hormone that will weaken myself because your body belongs to the army at that point.
Well,
I understand it's touchy.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? The reason why there were two reasons why Trump banned transgenders from the military. Okay, when you enter into a contract, if you enter into a 6-year contract, but you enter in with the full knowledge that you will be out of service for 2 years of that 6-year contract, the person giving you the contract's probably not going to give it to you. Like if you wanted to do a home improvement and it was a 6-year-long improvement, but the guy was going to take 2 years off. Would you sign the contract with him and pay him for the whole 6 years? No. Of course you wouldn't. Right? That's the same thing with transgender. Here's my thing is I don't think he should have banned transgendered, but when you enter in the military, you become a civil servant. You become the servant of the people, which means that you are now putting the needs of the military and the needs of the federal government above your own. Here's my halfway, and this is what I would like to see. This is what I would like to see is if you are transgendered, by all means, please join the military. You should either be transitioned or you should hold off your transition until you are out of contract with the United States Army or military. Excuse me. Let's not limit us to the Army. Because you shouldn't be out of commission for 2 years of that. You should not be out for 2 years of
you're willing to delay with your transition, but you only want your pronouns changed. I'm completely on board. I don't give a shit.
Now, as far as the PT test is the same across the board for men and women. So pass your PT test, you're good to go. Pass your PT test, you're good to go. Before there was a big debate on whether or not transgender people should pass for gender of birth or for gender that they identify with, and that was a big one. But now the PT test is the same for men and women. So there you go. Right, that part's taken care of. Do I think that? But here's the thing: is both the Democrats and Republicans both wanted that. Both the Democrats and Republicans both wanted transgenders banned from there. They also the transgender. The second reason. So the first one is transitioning. The second reason is this: the transgender community has a 40% suicide rate. That is extremely high. And there is no evidence to suggest that it's just because the surrounding population disapproves. Because even when you take said transgender person into a community that supports their transitioning, they still have a 40% suicide rate. California is an amazing example because they have full communities where this happens. So, with that evidence, that's the reason why he banned transgenders. Now, I disagree with him. I already told you what I feel about the transitions. I think that if you can make it through basic training, you should do. If 40%, because I'm not big on statistics. What does statistics have to do with an individual? Statistically speaking, coming from a single parent household, having a child before I'm married, and my wife not graduating high school, I should not be in the middle class, but I am. I'm in the lower middle class, but I am in the middle class.
The statistics are not useful for pointing out individuals. Statistics are only useful to point out trends.
Yeah, and I think that transsexuals should be able to serve in the United States Army. There's a reason why we have basic training is to weed out people who are already suicide. But here's the thing, Sparky, again, you also have to look at the Army from a dispassionate. What is the point to the United States Army? Does anybody know what the point to the United States military is? What is the whole point, beginning to end? What is the literal just it? What is the point? It's even in our oath of office.
The point of what?
The point of the United States military. What is this? It can be summed up in one sentence. It can be summed up in
I'm
one
trying to
sentence.
think of the
No.
sentence, but
It is not the point of the United States military to protect the country. It is the point of the United States military to destroy all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's literally written into our oath. We don't protect shit. We go kill motherfuckers. We go kill people. That is the point. Yeah, I know, right? Sounds horrible, but it's true. That is the point. We go out, we kill them. That's it. That's what our job is. From the time you join to the time you, with that in mind, how does being transsexual help us destroy the enemies of the United States? Doesn't.
I don't know. It reminds me of that favorite meme where somehow the Americans thought that they should gay bomb the Syrians, and my whole thought was in history. It's like, have they never heard of the Greeks?
Now again,
think-
I said I think that transsexuals should be able to
Oh, yeah.
to join the United States military as long as they can make it through basic training and they can pass their PT test. By all means, stand beside me with your Prada whatever and shoot and fire weapons downrange, right? But what I will say is you should hold off. You shouldn't enter into a contract that you're going to be gone 2 years out of. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to be gone for 2 years of a 6-year contract. Hold off your transition or be transitioned before you enter the military. Hold off your transition or be transitioned before you enter in the military. Don't come into the military with knowledge that you're going to be gone for 2 years. Right? I mean, even a woman who comes into the military and gets pregnant will only be gone for about a month or two. Not 2 years. It's a 2-year transition. I mean, honestly, take it from a guy who's dated quite a few. 3, to be exact. That's my only thing. Now, Trump was wrong. Trump was wrong. He shouldn't have banned them. But yeah, I mean that's the only one that I can think of right now off the top of my head. Thank you for the follow.
The issue is the way you put it. You cannot really soundbite it.
But I mean, well, let's get back to, because we just went down a rabbit hole, and I feel like we need to get back. So $600, but they're giving like $20 million to Pakistan. $20 million to Pakistan. Most of this $900 billion was going to foreign aid. And here's the shitty thing. Trump said, UMP. Trump said back in October, but what he meant was he wanted a $1,200 stimulus check. So they had the support of the president, right? And here's the problem that you start to see in our Congress. So let's say that, let's throw it at the conservatives and Republicans for a minute. Let's say that the Republicans are putting up a stimulus check. So they decide they want to give $1,200. Then they'll put some bullshit in. So this year's the Republicans. They'll put some bullshit in like making abortion illegal into the thing that they know the Democrats won't vote yes on. So then the Democrats go, no. Right? Fuck you. So then the Democrats will put up a bill with like $1,500 per person. This actually happened, by the way. And they'll put some shit in like making crossing the border in any way legal. And so the Republicans will be like, no. And so what they'll do is they'll go back to the media and blame each other for the stimulus package not being pushed out. That's why you get at the end of this a $5,000 bill going into Congress and only 2 hours to read it. That's why this shit happens. That's why this shit happens. No shit, that's why this shit happens. That's why you get a $5,000 because they can't get anything else passed through them. I mean, honestly, Nancy Pelosi came out and even said that the reason why they wouldn't pass a stimulus package over the course of the year was because she didn't want to give Trump a win. She came out, what was it she said? Oh, well, now that we've got a new president, I think that we're going to get a stimulus package passed in January. Thanks, Nancy. It's nice to know that my friend down the street who's been laid off for the last 6 months, you didn't help him get food. We had to go over there and bring him food because you didn't want to give Trump a win. Thanks. Appreciate you. They don't care. U.S. government don't give a shit about you. Living wage? No. Maybe if you're living in New York City. Living wage out where I live, you can make $12 an hour. You can make $12 an hour out where I live and have a living wage. I mean, let's say a cheap apartment. Let's say you have an apartment for $800. You spend $100 in food and $150 in utilities. Like you can a living wage, like maybe I mean that would be a nice. I don't make that right now, and I have a living wage. I have a living wage, and I've taken on stragglers. Like I have my sister-in-law, and I have a lady living with me who's getting back up on her feet, and I make a quarter of that. I make a quarter of that. Hour 16. I can believe it's 16. It's at a living wage. $16 an hour. So I don't know what happened, but my calculator's gone. On my computer.
No, not the calculator. No, not the calculator.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gone. I don't know how it got uninstalled. I don't know how it got installed. But yeah, $16 is about 38 grand a year.
Not the calculator. He was my best friend to help me with school
16.54. It's 34,000. It's 34,000, so that's $34,584 a year. Right here.
What
40 hours a week, 50. So here's. This is really handy, isn't it? So if you want to make 80 grand, you got to be making $40 an hour. This is what I was making when I was poor. Right there. At full time. That's what I was making. Back in the 90s. 2000s. That's what I was making. Oh yeah, if you were working 24/7, remember that you don't work 24/7. You work 40 hours a week in a full-time job, 50 weeks a year. So that ends up, I guess, being 33,000, and you won't even see that because you'll lose probably close to $5,000 to $6,000 in just taxes alone. Yeah. Well, you're not gonna on this. This is excluding insurance. This is just living. You're not gonna get that on. You're not gonna have insurance on that. I can tell you that right now. You're not gonna have insurance on that. Absolutely not. There's no way you could afford it. But that's considered a living wage. My wage isn't even on here. Over here, at least. Yes. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't know because of COVID. 34% of all dollars ever created were in the year 2020. 34% of all dollars ever.
Have you read behind that? Have you
Ever.
read past that line?
Ever made. Hold on.
Have you read past
no,
that
here's the
line?
problem. Here's the problem is since everyone's taking an economic... Stop thinking about money as paper. Stop thinking about money as paper. Money is not paper. Money is not dollars in your bank account. Money is resources. Money is resources. It is. I don't care what this says, they are wrong. Money is resources. Money is resources. You can't just print more money because you don't have more resources. If you print more money by turn of point, you actually have less resources. So yeah, so I am trading labor for money right now. A time for money as well. You can trade labor for money, time for money. You can trade all sorts of things for money. Right? Money is just proof that you did labor, that you helped produce resources. That's all it really is, right? Or you made something that people want to give you that money for. I don't know about that. I don't think that would work with what we have. It's too big now. But yeah, I mean, I get the sentiment. Like this, I mean, honestly, this is the reason why raising the minimum wage doesn't actually work when it comes to practice. So what happens? So I've been through 2 minimum wage hikes. Okay, this is what happens. I'm just giving you my personal experience. For the first 3 months, it's great. I now have a few extra dollars to go afford more stuff. All right, more food, whatever. Then what happens is the bill comes to whatever companies now have to pay me more. Right? Which raises the prices. The rent place has to pay their workers more money, then raises my rent. And I end up right back where I started. Because if this is the minimum wage, this is prices, you do this, they do that. So I literally end up exactly where I was at before. The issue is not minimum wage. It is the value of labor. The issue is not minimum wage. The issue is the value of labor right now is very low. The value of labor is very low. And one of the big reasons, who here has been in a company, has worked in a company where it has a revolving door? As far as people, like every 3 months, it seems like you have a new crew. Me, Walmart, every 3 months. Corporations set up rules they know you will break. This is to get rid of you. This is to get rid of people fast. What happens when they get rid of people? So if they keep you as a worker, then every year you get a raise and eventually you make too much money. Okay? That's not worth it to them. But if they fire you, or if you quit, if they fire you or you quit, they can hire the next guy on at beginning wages. These corporations, like Walmart, gives awards for amount of work done and least paid to workers. They give this to their management teams. They give them awards for paying you less and getting more work done. Here's an award. Thank you for your work. Walmart's a great example of this. They do this. Walmart has a 30% turnover rate. That means every year you'll go through a crew and a half.
I woke up a couple hours ago and I'm already tired.
It's because you only woke up a couple hours ago. Get some.
Well, yeah, but setting up a phone is hard, dude.
No, it's very easy.
Yeah, for you, probably on an Android because, you know...
Actually, Apple's way easier to set up. Apple's the
No,
easiest as
not
long as you
really.
remember your password.
No,
Apple's
there's
down and out the
multiple...
easiest.
There's way more steps you have to take than you think there is.
I do that for a living.
Yeah. So if you do it for a living, why don't you have an Apple phone?
Because I don't like Apple. I don't like its UI. I don't like its system, and I don't like its proprietary hardware. I actually like to be able to play video games on maxed out graphics. It's me.
I don't play video games on my phone. Whoever plays video games on their phone is like, just why? Just why?
Because sometimes I'm bored when I'm pooping.
No, I mean Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, sure. But...
Wizards Unite. Yeah, Wizards Unite's okay. I do like the Pokemon Go a little bit. I go off and on like playing it, right? But I don't do Shadow Legends. Like the commercials are making me hate it.
Yeah,
the commercials are making me hate. Although I will say the orc couple in that Shadow Legends. Oh, I look forward to every one of their new commercials. I do look forward to the Shadow Legends, like the orc couple, when they're sitting there and doing couples therapy, and the demon girl got summoned into the dungeon. Oh my god. That will get intense. You're going into a subject. I tried the game and didn't like it at all. Like I look forward to their commercials, but I don't want to play the game. I'm just not a big gamer on my phone. I'm mostly a gamer on my computer.
Yeah, exactly. Then why do you have games on your phone?
Like I said, I like to play games while I poop.
Pooping is for nerds.
Well, we know you take it in the ass. So, moving along.
What?
You can't bring a console to work. You can't bring a console to work. That's a good one, Sparky.
I bring my console to my work.
You don't have work. You can't even afford WoW.
Yeah, I do.
You can't even afford WoW. You can't even afford WoW. You can't afford WoW. Then get it.
I just bought an iPhone. I can afford WoW.
So then you have no excuse. By the way, there's a holiday sale, and it's on for $20.
But guess what?
Let me guess, you can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
I can afford my iPhone, but I can't afford a computer game that I've been telling everybody I want to play.
No, I can afford that. I just refuse to buy it because I don't want to waste money on something I don't think I'll play.
Oh, well, there's that. All right, so let's get back to Walmart. So this is the mindset of corporations in America today.
Let's get back to Walmart.
So what does this do? What does this do? Right? This means that corps have no loyalty to you. So why would you have so you should have no loyalty to corporations. Why would you? If they're setting up the rules so they can fire you whenever they feel like it, and they're giving awards out for the least amount of work, the most amount of work done for the least paid to workers, why would you ever have loyalty? What does that mean? That means as soon as I find a higher paying job, I leave. I start putting out applications, sprucing up my resume, bam, I'm gone. Why would I stay?
Because what if you like it at Walmart? What if that's your home?
That's the problem. That's the problem. Corps set up rules they know you'll break so they can get rid of you. It doesn't matter if you like that job.
But
No, listen. It doesn't matter if you like the job. There will come a time where there's a manager who saw you at the wrong light, and will fire you. And let me give you a specific example. Right? Because I like specific examples. When I was working at Walmart, I did a 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift. 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay? I was doing produce at the beginning. So, 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. That meant we had to throw all of our product by 10. So from 4 to 10 a.m., we were working our asses off. That meant that I had, by regulation, I had to take both of my breaks and my lunch between 10 and 1. Between 10 and 1. This created two situations. The overnight manager would come in, and we would come in at 4, and all he would ever see us do is working. He left around 9. Right? But all he would ever see when he came through was us just working our asses off, and he would see these huge pallets that were stacked like 11 feet tall, right? That we would take everything down and put it straight out to the floor. So all he ever saw was us working. Then you had the afternoon manager who would come in at 9. He would come in at 9. And he would do his rounds about between 11 and 12, which is when we would take our breaks and take our lunch. So all he ever saw in produce was us on break or on lunch. When it was time for me to get a promotion, in Walmart, I had 2 managers come and say things to the hiring manager. The first one was the overnight manager, who said I was one of the hardest workers he has on his entire crew, and can't believe that, and would love to have him on an overnight thing. The second manager said I was the laziest person he'd ever met. What's up, team? Merry Christmas to you, my man. This is the things that you have to combat. All they did was say what they saw. The overnight manager always saw me working, and the morning manager always saw me taking breaks. All they did was parrot what they saw, because they would only come by for about 20 seconds every day to take one look at us and make a determination from those 20 seconds. Ooh, Christmas party. It's not more than 10 people. Go wear a mask. Just kidding. I don't care. What's up, Dementia? But I mean, here's the things. I mean, these are the things that happens when you work inside of a big corporation, right? These are the things. You came at my break. Nice. Right? These are the things. Well, I guess you're all gonna die from COVID. I saw it on the news, man.
No. So if there's 16 people, don't wear a mask at all.
No, you're not mute.
Go as close as you can to everybody and breathe on their shoulders.
I don't really care, Dementia. I'm gonna revel in watching Biden get torn. Did you hear what Biden said the other day? Something about how the United States was in trouble, but not just because of black people. Did you hear this shit? Oh my god! I don't know if Biden got the vaccine. I hope he would.
I don't trust.
It's not showing up in chat. I see you showing up on the screen.
Yeah, I
can see it, dude.
Too.
Dude, here's the thing is, I don't think Biden meant what he said there. You're not seeing him in chat? I see him up here right here. Right here. It's not showing up in chat. Oh, I mean, okay. Yeah, it's showing up on both of mine. Weird. Let me look at it online.
I'm looking at it right now. I can see it perfectly.
I can see you right there, T. Look. Right there. Oh, in the blue box. I don't know about the blue box, dude. That's why I duplicate the chat here. That is why I duplicate the chat here. That was Infinite Gen Z. But yeah.
Oh my god, House Improvements YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's I was talking earlier while you were doing your phone about how to make a profit off your house.
Was it while I was having a mental breakdown about my SIM card?
Well, you always have a mental breakdown, so eventually it's just like, okay.
The SIM card was on the ground under my chair.
The
The
SIM card was
last
on the ground
place
under
I
the chair.
looked.
Very interesting. Interesting.
Oh. It was the last place I looked.
Well, he will be the president-elect here fairly soon. He's still not the president-elect, but he will be here fairly soon, unless something very major happens. Like, I don't see him not getting the certification.
I mean, what if something major happens?
Well, then I guess 4 more years of Trump. Or a civil war.
I want to see Civil War.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you honestly, you will. You the first time you got to pick up your friend's face off the ground, because it got detached. Trust me, you won't. Yeah, you don't. The thing that's different about Civil War as going to a foreign war. When I went to a foreign war and I had to shoot somebody there, this was a person I would never meet, I would never see again, and I wouldn't know their family. In a Civil War, in our first Civil War, there were motherfuckers shooting brothers. There were people who were shooting their brother across the way, and then had to go and explain to their mom why they killed their brother. I'm telling you right now, people in your family, whether you're on the left or the right of this, people in your family will disagree with you and will join the other side.
I want to see Civil War.
You're an idiot.
I know, you don't have to say it twice.
Oh no, it must be said.
X called me a genius 3 different times the other day.
Well, I can't fix X's stupidity.
X isn't stupid.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not.
Want me to prove it?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember the first time we played a game?
Yeah.
And then X decided to drop the name of his dad?
Oh, yeah.
There's my proof that X is stupid.
And
then X not only got us almost in trouble, almost got his dad in trouble. Because who from Caffeine? Caffeine didn't talk to me and didn't talk to the other person in there, right? Who did Caffeine talk to? Give you a clue.
Dad.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about that. Months ago, it's water under the bridge. X is a good cat. I'm not trying to talk bad about X. He just did a very stupid thing. He just did a very stupid thing once. He's actually a cool kid. He's on my server. I enjoy him. He doesn't come by and see me, but he's a cool kid. He's fine.
X
I don't have
tried
anything.
to blame me for saying it.
So, yeah, let's just say he dropped a big name.
He dropped a powerful name.
Clean up for Xmas. There you go. Have a good one, Dementia. So getting back to this is inside of the United States, guys, don't have any loyalty to corporations. Corporations don't care. Corporations don't care. You don't get to know Big Pod. Corporations don't care about you. No, but that would be cool.
I'd ask for a Ferrari. I'd be like, X, buy me a Ferrari. I love you.
What he would say you have a crush on. He would say that you have a crush on him instead of me.
You know what? He
him
buys me
saying
a
I have a
Ferrari.
crush
I
on
will tell everybody I have a crush on him.
If he buys me a Lambo, I'll kiss him.
Right? You would kiss him either way, but yes.
No, I would not. No, I would not.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows about. Actually, how are things going between you and Rev?
You say his name wrong every time, and I don't want to talk about it right now.
Wait, it's Thursday. Did he ask out that his... Yeah, that's... Oh, that's right. That's right. You're supposed to tell us. Did you ask him out? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to take your silence as a no. Face reveal. Oh, he left. He left. Damn, he left channel. The fuck? He left. Nah, he's not a wuss. He's just embarrassed. He'll be back. He left channel. But yeah, I mean, getting back to this, guys, it's just... It's one of the things that's helped me get to middle class was I stopped looking at big corporations for jobs. Boy, what's up, you boy? My bad, man. Sorry, there's a lot going on. See, Activision has made $1.3 billion off of microtransactions. Yes, we know this. I'm about to use the bull line on my phone keyboard like crazy. The B-U-L-E. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, I don't know what you're talking about. But all right, so let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the conversation at hand. Is one of the things that I would tell you guys is to stop working for big corporations. I would honestly advise every single one of you to stop working for big corporations. The reason why is because of this right here. They don't have any loyalty to you. They want to get rid of you as fast as possible. They want you to come in. They want you to work there for about a year and then leave. Thank you for the follow, Jimmy. They want you to work there for about a year and get the hell out. Right? Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, man. But that is the long and the short of it. Right? They want you to work there for about a year and they want you to get out of Dodge. They don't want you there anymore. They don't want you there anymore. Right? So, what do? So one of the things that I started doing is I started applying to small business. Right? But you got to be careful. You want to apply, but then you want to make some criteria. You want some criteria. One, are they showing a profit this year? And then two, how many years of profit have they had? Two questions. Two very good questions to ask. What's up, team? Right? Then three, what is the mode of moving up in the company? Four, what is the turnover? So what is the motive? There should be, if you ask this question, how do I move up in the company? And they look at you and they're surprised, leave. See, I'm my cousin's favorite cousin, and that he named his baby brother's middle name. Oh, that's nice. So you got little something teeing something, huh? Nice. Okay, if they look at you and they can't, if they cannot answer this question, leave. So these two here, when you're looking at small companies, you can research these two. Online. You can research these two online. Is the company showing a profit this year? How many years of profit have they had? Because they have to make this public knowledge. So you can research these two online. Don't apply to any company that's not showing a profit. Don't apply to any company that's not showing a profit. And don't apply, and I would say go back 5 years. Right? But make an informed decision. Then you come here. How do I move up in the company? First question. If I'm being hired, how do I move up in the company? Okay? What's the turnover rate in the company? If the turnover is greater than 10%, leave. If the turnover is greater than 10%, leave. I'm trying to tell you how to apply to small businesses and how to pick a small business that is worth it. Because I just got done telling you that you guys should never apply to big corporations. Get out of Walmart, get out of Target. Don't go work for AT&T. Stay the hell out of big corporations. They do not pay you well. They set up rules that they can fire you. The rules are set up so they can fire you at a moment's notice. And they will pay you the least. The reason why is they will give awards, like Walmart gives awards to managers who get the most amount of work done with the least paid to workers. Get the fuck out of Taco Bell.
But Taco Bell, you can get free food.
No, get out of Taco Bell. Go start applying to small business. Small business is 1,500 workers or less. Right now in my business, I have 800 workers. There's only 100. There's 150 now. When I first started, there was 120. So we're actually increasing in workers. All right, and then you should start asking this. What benefits do I get? All right, you should at least have medical. In the very least have a way to get medical. Small business like grooming dogs. Yeah, you can make a pretty good living. But then how do you get paid? How do you get paid? Is it paid off commission? Is it paid off of hours worked? Again, going back here, these are the first two questions you should be asking. Does that business show a profit? How many years has that business shown a profit? Profit means this. I don't mean they made money. I mean so profit. This means the company made 5% or more than the last year profit. That is a profitable company. You need to be growing your company. Right now, the company that I work for is showing a 35% growth, money-wise.
Santa makes millions, dude.
Right? So, I don't know if that's the best way to do things sometimes, but so you need to be looking at these things. Did that company make a profit? Did the company make a profit? Say here, you're talking about actually owning a business. This is workers. This is for workers. If you want to go into owning a business, completely different paradigm. That means that you have risk involved. This is no risk. This is no risk to you. You're not going to incur a debt because you work for a company, unless it's your own debt. If you want to own a company, go get a business loan. All right? Well, that's fine. But your father owns a business, dude. I don't know what to tell you. That's a completely different paradigm. It's a completely different paradigm than what I'm talking about right now. For financial education. This is basic stuff. This is nothing like this is just stuff they'll teach you in university as well, right? So
Is he the financial talker?
yeah, well, I do a lot of interesting talk. So what is so here, and then this one comes down to your personal. If you ask this question, and they look at you dumb, get the fuck out. If you ask this question, what is the mode of moving up in a company? How do I move up in this company? And they can't answer you, leave. They don't have a path for you to go up. Leave. If they don't have a path for you to go up, leave. If they look at you stupid, they never thought about it before, and they are not a good company. Get the hell out. If you go and ask that question, if you ask the turnover, what's the turnover rate of the company, and they don't know the answer to this, I'll leave it up to you, but I would walk out the door. A turnover rate for a good company, a company people enjoy working for, will be 10% or less. You are going to have people who don't like the way the company's going and will leave. That is the long and the short of it, right? But I've worked for companies that have a 100% turnover rate. Basically, they have a new crew from the vice president down to the lowest worker every year. Every year. It's horrible. It's hold on, Chris. So I don't know where this came from, but I remember about 2 months ago we were having a Cyberpunk is not the worst. Okay, don't say that. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. We'll say that. We'll say that.
Okay, is the
It's
word.
actually a really good game, but it's really glitchy.
Well, yeah, but it's an enormous world. Of course, it's gonna be glitchy.
Oh, Ford, by the way, you're welcome for the 300.
Over a fight over the SMD means in chat. What? But I remember 2 months ago we having a fight over the what SMD.
Watch.
Oh. Okay.
All right, I'll make sure I'll get you back.
But I mean, no, I want to play Cyberpunk. Here's the thing: is Cyberpunk was a passion project, right? And I get that there was a lot going on with the graphics and whatnot. It's glitchy, but all games when they're first released seem to be glitchy. So either we don't get new games and we just stick with the old games because we've taken care of the glitches, or yeah, GFY, yeah, or you know. Or we just stick with the old game. So World of Warcraft would be the king for forever. Do not expect a glitchless game. Their games are too big now. Do not expect a glitchless game. Games are too big. Just it's gonna be it. Okay, and then the benefits. So let's go through my company. So Gen Z's company.
Look at
Okay.
Discord.
Number 1, they had a 5% turnover. Okay. Number 2. They had just acquired a new company, and brought it into the business called Appia. Okay, wanted to know. What if I knew? All right, number 3, I have full medical, dental, vision, vacation. Like, these are all things that I was looking at. Vacation, sick leave. 2 different things. 2 different things. A lot of companies take their vacation and make it sick leave. These guys had 2 different things. And
All right.
separately, sick leave, personal days. Personal days. And personal days. 4. These are some of the cool quality of life things. In the office, they have a fully stocked popcorn machine. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. Okay. This company, I searched for them. It took me a year and a half to find a company like this and apply and get the job. I found several companies that were this good, and I applied to all of them, and only one picked me. But every time I go into an interview, they're asking me questions, I ask them more questions than they ask me. I have literally had somebody shaking because I asked them questions they didn't have the answers to, and I told them that I wouldn't take the job until they answered my questions. There's more to a job than money. I could go and make more money at a different job, but I wouldn't have all of this. What's up, Carissa? Okay, so cons, though. These are the cons. They are 24/7. That means they work Christmas and all holidays. But it's a skeleton crew. Okay? So that's one of the cons. One of the cons. Two, a con is there is some risk of the company being taken over or sold if we don't keep up with our customers. If we don't keep up with our customers, there's a good chance that the company can be sold or taken over by somebody else. Right now, the company's worth $20 million. That's pocket change to some people. That's pocket change to some bigger corporations. See, jobs describing it would be able to really enjoy a personal life. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing: is these guys may be 24/7, but I get all these. I get vacation time, sick personal days. They don't allow me to go over 40 hours a week. Right? Even their guys that are on that aren't hourly, they get days off too. They get in like if they have to work a day, they get a comp day somewhere else. Right? So a lot of this, guys, is understanding your worth. Understanding your worth. You are worth something. You may not be worth the most in the company, but you are worth something. If they want to go and hire somebody else, that means they have to train up. Oh. Here's a great thing. 5. It takes 1 full year to be trained in my job. It takes a full year. It takes 6 months before you're competent and 1 whole year to know the job correctly. And you never stop learning. One full year. That is job security right there. These guys, knowing that if they fire me and they have to hire somebody and take a whole year explaining to them how to do this job, would you want to? Think of all the fuck-ups. And we're not talking about small fuck-ups. Right? We're talking about fuck-ups that can cost the company $10,000 a month.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a big rip.
Okay. So, these are some of the things that I take in. So that gives me some job security. Not a lot. Does that mean they won't fire me? No. But they're less inclined to fire me if I'm just cashing people out or I'm stocking shelves. I can get anybody. I can grab a monkey off the freaking side of the road, or I can have a computer stock shelves. Right?
Yeah.
I can have a computer stock shelves. My job takes a long time to learn, and a computer cannot do my job. A computer cannot do my job. You know who could do my job for me is the workers, but they don't have my expertise. They don't understand the system. I do. All right. So some of the cons, right? It's a high risk that the company can be sold to somebody else. Possibility, yes. Right there. All right, but I mean those are the only real cons I can think of. Is that it's a 24/7, and whatnot. Well, I will tell you that all but 4 people in the company, 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 all but 4 people in the company are not working holidays. There's usually about 4, and they do shifts, right? So that's not bad. It is a con, but it's not a bad con. These are the things that you need to look at. These are the things that you need to look at when asking about like what's going on here. And it's okay for you guys. You guys got to understand your worth. You are worth something. Ask them questions. The more questions you ask, you need to know what you're walking into. When you interview at the job site. Interview at the job site. You ever walked into a room and you know that people are stressing on the site? You ever walk into something and you know the tension in the room is high?
Yeah.
Right. If you walk in there and the tension feels like that, like if the tension on the site and you're uncomfortable, like you're going to be nervous because it's a job interview, but if you're uncomfortable and you are looking around and people are putting weird looks at each other, you might want to get the hell out of there. You might want to leave. But if you walk in there and it's a relaxed environment, usually a pretty good one. Usually pretty good. Right? Interview at the job site. You only have 20 minutes to decide whether or not you want to work at a place. Remember that you are trying to determine whether or not you want to work for this person as much as they are trying to determine whether or not they want you to work for them. You need to ask questions. Questions to the interviewer. Right? What are the shifts like? What shift are you most likely to be on? Because if you find one and you don't like the shift, don't go there. You're not going to be happy. If you find one and you're working like 4 a.m. to 1 p.m., you don't like it, get the hell out. Right?
Yeah.
3. You know, I would ask them what benefits. What medical, dental, a lot of companies have discounts to other stores. A lot of companies have, if you work at a certain company, they can get you that company can get you a discount at a different store. Right? 3 or 4. How much notice do I need to take a personal day?
Never actually talk about how much you're going to get paid.
No. Pay goes into it. We'll go into pay here in a minute. Pay, you do ask. You ask immediately how much you're going to get paid. Because if it's an untenable amount, get the hell out. Just look at them and say, that's not enough. You can look at an employer and just tell him that's not enough. I had an employer call me while I was looking for a job and tell me he was going to pay me $13 an hour. And I go, did you look at my resume? And he goes, yeah. Do you think I'm going to accept that? He goes, no, not really. Then why did you even call me? And I hung up on him. He wasn't worth my time. They were just sitting there hoping I would be so excited to get a job and desperate that I would go into it, and I wasn't. Don't be desperate to get a job. Do not be desperate. Do not be desperate to get a job. Do not be desperate to get a job. That gives you more power. It gives you more power if you're not desperate. Do not be desperate when you're looking for a job. Get a dinky job that you don't need and then start applying online to a bunch of places that you like. I'm dead serious. Go get yourself a job at Starbucks, right? So you have food and you have your bills paid, and then start applying to places. Take an hour a day. Take an hour a day and apply to places. You never know what you're going to get. A lot of times companies are looking for somebody's personality, willingness to learn, drive. Hold on, I got a text message. I don't know what this is.
Nice. Owen.
But yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite games. It's Chrono Trigger.
Mm.
Every time something weird happens in the game, that's what comes up. What's up, T? All right, so how much notice do I have to give for paid leave? How much notice do I have to give for calling in sick? These are good questions. How much notice do I have to give for calling in sick? I've had companies who I can call in a half hour before my shift and say, "Hey, I'm sick. I'm sorry, I can't come in." And some companies, they'll tell me, "Oh, you have to give 3 days notice," or something ridiculous, like a ridiculous rule. This is where you can find if the rules are set up to fire you. If the company tells you you have to give 48 hours notice before calling in sick, that means they expect you to come in sick for 2 days before you're allowed to get out sick. They're setting up the rules to fire you. If they have that, they're setting up rules to fire you. Because you don't know you're sick until you're sick. Six. What is the turnover rate? For this department. Turnover rate should be 10% a year or less. 10% a year or less. That means on a crew of 10, you might lose one person and hire one person that year. You might lose one person and hire that person in that year. If it's 30%, like I've worked for companies that it's 30% every 3 months. That means that they have a 100% turnover rate in each one of them every year. Every year, 100% turnover. Should be 10% or less. What happens here is, guys, if it isn't 10% or less, that means that people are leaving in droves and don't like working for the company. In droves. Which means that you might have a bad... right? You might have a bad manager. You might have a bad manager. You might have bad policies. Right? There's something going on that is making it untenable. So this should be 10% or less. 7. 10% or less. Yeah. Nobody really quits a job. Most likely they quit a manager. Nobody really quits a job. Most likely they quit a manager. So these are some of the questions you need to be asking when interviewing. Okay? What are the benefits? And be specific. Is there medical? Is there dental? Because you might be talking to somebody who doesn't know the answers to the questions. But don't be a dick about it, but just say, "Hey, look, I need answers to these questions. What's going on here?" All right? These are great questions to ask. After interview. Be a dick, yeah. After interview. Go talk, if you can, go talk to the workers. And ask them questions. Ask them how they like working there. Ask them how new they are. If you go and there's a 15-person crew and you talk to 5 people and all 5 of them have just started working there in the past 3 months, you probably have an issue. You probably have an issue in the workplace. You probably have an issue. Oh. 7. How do I get promoted? Now, I'm not talking about getting a job here, guys. This is more for a career. If you're asking these questions, you should be intending to stay in that company for years. Not for a couple months, for years. Right? Because you want to get promoted. You want to make more money. How do you get promoted? Where do I go? What do I do? Right? But go talk to the workers as well. If you like I said, if you got a crew of 15 people and 5 of them have just started working, send this to me on the Discord. And well, I'm actually recording this to YouTube so you can you can review it.
Yeah.
You can review.
I think Shade's dying. So, but you
I'm
see what I'm
dying?
saying,
How
right?
am I
You see what I'm
dying?
saying is go and talk to the workers. How long have you been working here? What do you do? What is it like calling in sick? Like, you are eventually going to get sick. You are going to have to call in sick. This is normal. This is normal. It's normal to call in sick. All right? It's not a bad thing. Yeah. There's a lot, dude. It's 18 plus. You opened it. It's 18 plus, man. What'd you expect? What'd you think it was gonna be a fluffy bunny? Well, if it's from
Yeah.
Shade, it might be a fluffy bunny.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, he prefers wolves. So- yeah, right. It's a dungeon for a reason. But guys, these are great questions to ask. Then go talk to the workers. Do you like working here? How long have you worked here? If you got a crew of 15 and you talk to 5 of them and all 5 of them been there a year or more,
Oh, actually, that reminds me. I wanted to put a couple other things.
then that's great. That's great. You might have found some place where people are at least willing to finish out a year in, right? Which is an upgrade from Walmart, which people only work there for about 11 months on average. Because of the way they set up the rules. Ask them when they reprimand you, what do? When they have to tell you did something wrong, how did they tell you did something wrong? Have you ever done something wrong and it's like small, but they make a big deal about it? Right? Ask that question. When you screwed up on the job, how do they tell you screwed up on the job? These are good questions. So, how does the management handle reprimand? This is a good question because you are eventually going to screw up on the job. No matter how good you are, you're going to fuck up. This is a good question to ask. How did they handle the last time you screwed up on the job? Right? And if you don't enjoy, if you're doing that, and the way they do that is they make this guy like forgot to click a box and then they demoted him because he forgot to check a box. Right? They took him in the back and they yelled at him. You may not want to work there, or you maybe you got a personality you don't mind being yelled at. There's people out there that don't care. They don't care if they get yelled at. But you need to ask about the worst part of this job. Is it tenable? Are you willing to live in a place that's willing to do that? How many times are you allowed to screw up? Yeah, it's great. That's a great question. 8. What is the rep policy? What is the reprimand policy? What is the reprimand? Some people like getting yelled at, dude. I was in the military. We got yelled at all the time. It was just normal. What is the reprimand policy? What happens when I screw up? What does a screw up look like? Managers, they don't want to talk about this. They get uncomfortable. You will notice an immediate shift in that manager's body language. You ask that question. You will notice an immediate shift. All of a sudden, they'll be like, I don't want to talk about it. Because they don't want to think about it, but these are things that you need to think about. Like, I've had it where I've walked off a job because of the way they reprimanded me. I've had it where I've walked off a job because of the way they handled a reprimand. Because I didn't like the way that they handled it. They made a big deal out of a very little thing. All they had to do was come by and tell me I didn't do it correctly. Instead, they took me into the back of the room, told me that I screwed up on one aspect of my job, gave me a piece of paper to sign, and I said, nope, we're good. Have a good day. I was brand new to the job. If they expected perfection when I was brand new, then they were their tolerance of me screwing up is only going to become lower as I go along. I immediately walked out. I said, have a good day, and I walked out. That's why I started asking that question. What's the reprimand policy? What happens? What does that even look like, right? Like, we all know what happens if you sexually harass somebody or something along those lines, right? But, that's going to be a big deal because that's you're starting to get into federal law stuff, right? But these are questions that you need to ask. Yeah, and I'll put this questionnaire up right now. I'll put this questionnaire up on the There. For anybody that wants to copy and paste that, these are my suggested questions.
What?
Chris, Slim says go F yourself.
Slim, I'm here.
He says you can go F yourself. That's what he said. I heard it with my own ears.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He hates that. He
Yep,
just
yep.
said it in chat. He hates
He
it.
just said it. He just said it.
I'm looking at the message right now.
Yep. Just
Slim,
happened.
you're a bitch.
Slim, you gonna let him talk to you like that? He says you're gay.
Nah, bitch.
But okay.
He says you're gay. He says you're gay. I don't know, man. It's not my. If you like the D, it's okay. I don't care. I do not discriminate. It's okay to like the D. It's okay to like the D. That's not really an insult. It's just a
I don't
description.
like the dick.
It's all right. It's all right. We don't care.
That's Shade's spot.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
It's like an insult. It's calling somebody gay is not an insult. I'm about as straight as a corpse, Drew.
Sparky, those things can squish pretty easily. Just run them over with a car and they squish.
Oh my goodness. But Sparky, you're married. You don't count anymore. Sorry. You've been spoken for.
Jen, aren't you married?
He's like, damn.
Yeah, I'm married.
Jen doesn't count anymore either.
Jen doesn't count anymore. That's why I don't. Oh, see, I married Slim. I like the D2. There you go.
No, Jen is my husband.
Whoa. Whoa, no 16-year-olds. You are the no-no square. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, Jen
bit.
isn't
A little bit.
furry.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean
It's not
anything.
like full
furry.
furry suit furry, but a little bit. I'll have some fun with a Nico, for sure.
Oh, Jen is like the Pepsi guy.
I'll have some fun with a Nico. The Pepsi guy. Whoa.
Wait, the air guitar one?
It's not an air guitar. I don't care what you say. That's not an air guitar.
I
I
thought
can
it
date
was,
girls.
and then I realized.
You know what, Sparky?
Wait,
I
Jen,
can
look at
date
DMs.
girls.
Anime thighs.
Jen, look at your DMs.
They have me
I
play
don't
that
want to
fucking
because it'll
song,
mimic it, and you always send me masturbation gifs.
No, it's not. No, just look.
You always send me
It's
masturbation
literally
gifts.
No, I
You tell me.
don't.
You tell me every time it's not
Don't-
masturbation gifts,
no.
and then you send me masturbation.
I
It's masturbation gifts.
I
Like
don't.
you.
No, it is not. I swear it is not, guys. I would have been laughing if it was.
Literally,
It is
masturbation
not.
gifts.
I would have been laughing if it was.
Dude, you texted him?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Everything. I told. Look, I did it like. No, don't show that on.
Look.
No.
Look. He asked Rez out. He asked Rez out, so he doesn't have to do the face reveal.
I was too scared to do it in real life. So I did it.
He asked Rez out, so he texted it to him.
Like, sure. Question mark. Pussy.
No, I like the opposite.
So that happened.
So yeah, now I don't have to do a face reveal.
Now you don't have to do a face reveal.
That you need to still do a face reveal, quite to be honest.
No, because I did it yesterday. That means I don't have to do a face reveal.
No, you didn't do it on my stream. Doesn't
But
count.
I did it yesterday.
Doesn't count. I actually have people that watch me. I love you, Shade.
Jen, I have an iPhone. Jen, I have an iPhone 6 that I can very easily shove up your down your throat hole, and you will never be able to breathe. And I don't need this iPhone 6 anymore.
You know,
A little weird.
I could take that a little bit sexual, but you're 16, so you're no square.
Show them my name on
It's
Discord.
kinda kinky.
That's
Show
kind
them
of
my name on
It's like-
Discord.
So I don't know if you're fighting or flirting with me. I'm not sure which one. Have you seen that TikTok where it was
Well,
like,
it's
I don't
been
know
like-
if we're fighting or flirting
Well,
or flirting
it's
here, and he
been
goes,
like-
I will bite you
What did I just
in the
walk
neck.
into?
And the guy's like, again, mixed signals. I will bite you in the neck again. Mixed signals here.
No, that's not a mixed signal if I say it.
Yeah, choke me harder, baby. A little bit of a mixed signal there. Little. Did you not see? Did you not see the photos that I stuck in 18 plus? What do you think?
Oh yeah, no, I saw those.
He
Okay.
watches gay porn.
I'd much rather use this razor blade and hurt you.
I got choked the other day.
Don't ask why I have this big razor blade.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why. I don't know
Oh,
why I have a razor blade on my desk.
God.
See, this is why everybody looks forward to Thursdays. Y'all don't come watch me until Thursday, and all of a sudden Thursday everyone wants to come watch me.
Yeah, Slim.
Yeah,
Slim-
because
did you
I
hear
make
what-
Thursday the funniest day.
Get
I
Slim's-
Right,
am
right,
your
yes,
weekly
yes.
highlights.
I'm using 2 fingers to eat my yogurt. Well, that is.
I'm the embodiment of your weekly highlights, and I don't have school today, so I can actually be in here.
Well, this one's probably just going to be a talk in and of itself.
So are
Yeah.
you streaming tomorrow?
Most likely not. It is a major holiday.
I wanna. I wish Christmas was on a Thursday, so I could
I mean, you could do a.
I could
Christmas-
open presents on camera, but not show my face. I would just like show the present.
He just wants to show the lower half of his body.
No.
Again, I'm not sure if we're fighting or flirting.
You would only see like you would see above
Nice,
my neck but
dude.
below my neck. So
Again, cryptic, mixed signals. Using 2 fingers, mysterious PP object. Yeah, I definitely do not want to see you unboxing the dildos that you plan on having fun with later.
But I
we can
didn't
skip
order
that
them for
stream.
myself.
We
I
can
didn't
skip that
order
stream.
them, Jen. I didn't order them for them to arrive on Christmas. Okay.
Oh, so they already came. Okay.
No.
No.
Makes sense.
No, they're coming next week.
By the way, what's the name of the person you follow on Twitter for? Oh, I gotta go back and look at it. I just see it pop up every once in a while. But yeah, I'll put their handle in there.
Me on Twitter,
I'll put their handle in there when it pops
um,
up again because I always forget.
Let me put my Twitter handle in chat real quick.
It's not
wait for
slave
it.
porn, guys. It's the BD part of BDSM.
Yeah.
It's just the bondage, bondage and domination part of BDSM. So I mean, there's 4 parts to BDSM. You have bondage, domination, and then you have smut and mutilation. Yeah, the BD part can be fun. The SM part can be fun. Like the whole thing can be fun. Honestly, if you do it correctly. There's whole
Where did my
blocks
profile
of
picture
there's whole
go?
blocks of yeah. So the SM is a lot less sexual. The SM part of it is a lot less sexual. It's a lot more of mutilation. Pins. You put pins underneath your skin. People will put pins underneath your skin. There is hanging from meat hooks is a very popular one. They'll stick meat hooks in your back about that big around and putting meat hooks in your back and suspend you. It's yeah. I mean, if you guys haven't looked into that, guys, BDSM. Everybody always focuses on the BD part of BDSM, but the SM part of BDSM is way less sexual. It's more about It's more about, what can the human body handle? The body can handle a lot. Body can handle a lot. A lot.
He's like, oh my god.
This isn't sexual. It's like I said. It's not a sex talk. It's completely on the opposite end of that, actually. But yeah, that's the reason why these things are done in private. But yeah, the SM part of that, the BDSM, the SM part of it, it's very like a whole block of instruction. I won't go into it in too much detail, but people enjoy it. Like I said, there's a reason why we don't kink shame on the channel. You do you. I don't have to find what you do enjoyable to respect you. You're fine. Do your thing. It's not my business. Not my business. Right? But yeah, there's some things out there where people enjoy very strange things. I don't know, the needle part of it's actually kind of, depending on, kind of fun. I don't want to get into it too far. We do ban asshole though. What? Yeah,
we do ban Mr.
Can you check out
Desmat.
my YouTube Cole #Cole Reaper? Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Well, I'm sure it's gay porn. Great gay fur porn. It usually is.
Duncan is
It's usually
OMG.
gay fur porn. I mean, this is what Community Day. That's why it's labeled Community Day, guys. Is because we can go as long as with the TOS. Nothing's been sexually explicit. Explaining what SM stands for and some of the things that can happen in SM is not really sexually explicit. So, I mean, putting meat hooks in yourself is not exactly, especially, is sexual.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't looked into, there's some. Let me see. Let me take this offline. I might be able to.
If anybody in Jen's stream wants to quickly go over to Twitter and drop me a follow.
Shut up.
There's my
Oh, wait,
Twitter handle.
Some of these
There's
are.
my Twitter handle.
Yeah, it would be something like this, right? Except that you would put hooks on it instead.
Dude, why are you typing?
Except you would put hooks on it instead. You got to be very careful. It takes a lot of training to do those things, though. You got to understand there's a lot of training to do those kinds of things. If you're gonna do that, if there's something that you want to try, you have 13 sup. 13 sup. I don't understand. Can anybody translate that? Oh, subs. You mean subs?
13 subs. Yeah.
Guess what? I have 37 subs on YouTube.
And got 8.
37 subs on. You know what? I actually hit 34. I was very happy.
Yeah.
I hit 34 the other day.
My meme channel
Oh,
for Sea of Thieves is actually growing quicker than my main YouTube channel.
Yeah, right now I've got 34. I'd like to grow that.
Wait, Jen, can I show you?
No, you cannot. Bad.
Yeah,
no square.
but I'm going to.
Bad. No,
I'm
no
going
square.
So this channel only has 6 subs, but I've only posted about 3 videos on it, with my friends. Can you copy links from your chat, or do I send this to you in DMs?
DM.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because no one wants to
Being's
copy
like,
what.
hang on. I don't know what's going on. But
So I've only posted 3 videos on that channel, and I have 6 subs. That's growing faster than my main channel,
nice.
and it's a meme channel. I'm
It's
not
a meme-
even.
Well, yeah. Usually
trying to
meme channels
upload
grow
on it.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Team's like having a hard time. He's left and come back like 6 times.
What are you at? You said you were at 6, right, Shade?
On a meme account, I'm at 6. On my main account, I'm at 37.
My main account, I'm on 8.
Oh, Ripperoni's in chat.
Guys, I'm very sad right now because Shade has more subs on his YouTube channel than mine. Can we fix that?
All the subs
Can
to
we
go
fix
to
that?
then.
I'd like to fix that. Here, let me share this with you. Just feel bad about that.
I'm not lying.
fix that. Let me fix
I
that.
definitely have
Yeah.
more subs than Jen. I am not lying.
That seems bad. Like, already make 37 call accounts.
You can't beat me. I have over 70 emails and over how many alt accounts on Caffeine?
That's funny.
It's around 100.
Don't do it. Don't do it on old accounts. It's just cheating.
But yeah, nobody in the world has more emails than me. I can guarantee that.
And he can't remember any of their passwords.
Yeah, I can. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4,
But why
5,
Shade?
6,
Seems
1, 2,
like way too much effort, right? You know, it's
1,
because
2,
he
3,
doesn't
4,
want to
5,
pay for
6, 7,
Netflix.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's because he doesn't
1,
want
2,
to pay
3,
for
4, 5,
Netflix.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You know,
Update your
if the
password.
password's
I don't want to hear
wrong-
them.
It's because he doesn't want to pay for Netflix accounts. So he just
I
gets
don't
that free
watch
month over and over
movies.
and over
I
again.
only watch YouTube. I legit don't watch any TV or anything.
Oh, I'll make sure when I get into your account, I'll make sure I get you a movie, a free movie.
Bro, you legit don't even know my emails.
Team
You don't
2
know the
is
names
joining.
of them.
Team 2? I don't know what you mean.
I mean,
And he sent me a
Why am I
masturbation gift.
Whoa, hold on. Who?
You.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
No,
You
I
can't show this on
didn't.
stream anymore. Can't show it on stream.
I didn't send you. Jen, I swear to.
We're on direct Discord. What do you mean we're on direct Discord?
You know what? Now I'm actually gonna send you one.
You know, if you guys want to join the Discord, you can actually go here. Let me
go
show you where to
into
go.
file and copy the link. It should put you in Discord.
So click here, and then you can copy and paste the link, and that'll get you into the Discord.
Yep.
Guys, no, that link doesn't work. You're gonna have to join off of the link I'm gonna put in chat.
Do
That
not
definitely-
do not join the link that Shade is gonna put up. But if you just click on the icon, guys, you've got one to my YouTube, the Discord, Patreon, etc. And then once you get
That's a link
to
to Jen's Discord.
the Discord, you can get everything to all of my
Oh,
social media.
once you guys get in the Discord, if you have access, you should go to the dungeon.
No. No shade.
No token furry friend.
He is the no token furry friend. Until he's 18, then he's the yes token furry friend. Immediately, we got to switch that. You made both those rules.
And I did.
See, I don't think I want to go in furry Piran. Okay, you
But
don't have to come in there then.
That's not
It's
all
not ran
that's
by
in there. I
him.
mean, there's a lot in
Oh,
there.
my Discord's not ran by
That's
him.
not all that's in there.
I mean, honestly,
no, this
so
is-
the here's
This
the channel
one
that
is
he's
run by-
discussing, right? I can't click on this. Here's the channel that he's discussing. This is open for anybody to put what they want in. It's all up to you guys. It's not my fault that Shade's the horniest of y'all.
Whoa. Okay. Hold on, Jen. You.
I
What
mean, Jen is right.
are you talking about, Jen?
It's not my fault that Shade is the horniest of everybody here. Okay. And my evidence is how much porn he actually puts into that porn channel.
You have no evidence.
And the fact that he's trying to get laid by everybody's granddad and grandmother under the sun.
No, I am not. Oh my god. I swear.
Except X. He doesn't like X. He doesn't like that. Except X.
You can say whatever you want. You can say I like X. You can say I don't care.
No.
Oh, you love X.
You're the one that said you didn't. Yeah. And he did ask Rev, so he is trying. I'm just saying. He did ask Rev. Gotta get it to him. He did ask
Rez.
Rev out.
Oh my god, you say it wrong every time. I swear she does that purposely.
What was that? Wait, what?
Who?
Hey,
What?
Shade.
What?
I can't hear you, man. Are you? What's going on? Shade. Shade. Hold on. What? Can
You like it now, Shade?
you hear me? Can you?
I can see your smile, Jen. I'm looking at the stream. X did that to me yesterday.
What was that, Shade? Shade, I can't hear you. What's going on? Shade.
Hey,
Are you there?
Jen,
Shade, I
Jen,
don't
you
know. I gotta go.
you didn't change your input mic. That doesn't work on Discord.
Oh shit! I gotta change my input mic. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Hold on a second. No, it's working. That's the right one. Weird. Weird. Should be working.
Maybe it's broken. Maybe you paid for a horrible product.
I didn't pay for it.
Oh, he is very, very
Well,
good.
let's check the
product.
output of this one.
Oh, now I hear it.
See, I'm always scared when he sends me things.
Yeah,
They're
so am I.
masturbation gifts.
Click on it. It's just a
No, I'm good.
robot.
I'm good. We don't need to see the
robot
masturbation gift.
dancing. I swear to.
It is a masturbation gift. It actually is.
No, it is
You have
not.
RoboCop coming.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, look.
No.
He's
God.
obviously nutting right now.
No, he is not.
Look.
He's
Literally nutting.
dancing.
Oh
I
my
found
god.
that-
Shade. Stop sending me masturbation
like
gifts.
I found that when I
He's
searched
nutting,
up
dude.
dancing in the gifts.
Uh-huh.
Come
Why
on,
does it
search
look
up
That is
dancing.
it's gross.
Nutting.
No,
Dark
he
says that man is
not.
jacking
Oh my
off.
god, he's dancing. I found that when I searched up dancing. He's not. I found it's
Yeah,
dancing.
he's doing a dance. He's doing the white stuff dance.
No,
That's the dance he's doing.
no.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That dance is used very frequently by a lot of people, but he's
No,
not
Yes,
doing
you're
that
right.
dance.
I would say between 1 and 2 times a day by every male that has access to the internet, that dance happens.
Actually, it's only recommended to do it one time a day.
Oh,
That person's wrong.
No,
that person is wrong.
it was studied.
Person's incorrect. Incorrect.
All right, well, say that to X, the one who told me that.
Hold on. Oops.
Jen, what is Jen doing now?
Planned Parenthood says. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Planned Parenthood says. Oh my god, go away.
Oh my god.
Is masturbating twice a day too much?
Oh,
No.
on stream.
No. So is there such a thing as too much? According
Guys,
to the
holy
experts, it's
shit,
only when
they're
masturbation
being
gets in the way of
jacked
daily activity. Only when masturbation gets in the way of daily activities. X, your boyfriend is wrong. I'm just saying.
All right, fine. I guess
No, we
he's my
do
boyfriend.
not.
I
No,
guess
we
he
do
is.
not. Dark.
Like
This is just what community day turns into. Is a whole
I
bunch
guess
of
that's what X is. I guess that's what X is to me now.
whole
Whatever.
bunch of random shit. It just turns into a whole bunch of
You know what?
random shit.
You know what? I want you to, when I'm gonna get
Well, I'm in
X
trouble
to join.
then.
Oh, if I'm free, can I?
I
So if
mean,
I'm
yeah,
free,
technically.
go ahead. It says do it as many times as you can. It just shouldn't be in. You shouldn't be like not getting not going to work because of it. Like that point, then you're addicted. Honestly, most everything is like that. As long as it's not getting in the way of the rest of your life, then you're fine. But if it's getting in the way of the rest of your life, then you probably have an
Oh,
addiction and a problem. That's
well,
just, that's
hang
true
on.
of video games. That's true of alcohol. That's true of everything in your life. Is as long as it's
guys
not
wanna
getting
sign
away in the way, like you shouldn't. Like if somebody calls you up and says, "Hey, I broke down. I need your help," your retort to them not, "Oh, well, you know, I was planning on masturbating instead."
Hey,
That's the wrong
if
answer.
You
That's
guys
the wrong
want to sign
answer.
Christmas cards with me? Hold on. I'm signing Christmas cards right now.
That's nice. Thanks for sharing. I'm fairly certain you could have done that, not told us, and we wouldn't know the difference.
Well, do you guys want to sign
Hey,
them with me?
You never know. You never know. It could be a masturbation card too.
I swear to God, you're gonna ruin
Oh
my.
God, I swear to God, do not show that.
You're gonna ruin everything. Everyone
Could
is
you
gonna know
imagine
me.
sending Grandma like? I would love to send Grandma like a card with some Santa Claus, and
No!
as you open and close it, it's going.
His arm fell off inside the card. His arm fell off. No.
Yes, there's got to be something
Yes.
like that. There's got to be something like that. Okay, wait.
What?
Christmas
Send
cards.
his grandma some. Oh God. Oh no,
Oh.
Jen. Why do you think of these things? You're gonna call that my invention. You better.
It's Gen Z's invention.
No, because he's taking credit for me sending him gifts. He thought of that idea because I sent him a gift.
Wait. I love this one.
What?
If you use my picture this year to masturbate, then I expect a fucking Christmas present.
You should send that to your best
Oh,
friend.
dude, you should definitely send that to Shade.
I expect it.
That'd be hilarious.
You should send that to your best friend.
People porn. What
Oh,
the fuck?
Whoops.
You should send that to your best friend.
I mean, one of my friends that I used to play with, he literally sent me porn.
Yeah, want to know who sends me that every day? X.
No, I meant
So your
like,
boyfriend?
full real porn. Like, I'm not gonna say it on stream, but it goes way into detail.
Yeah, don't do it in detail. I think we're on the borderline right now.
I'm just gonna stop there.
This is something X would send me, or Shade would send me.
Definitely.
I just realized.
This is something they
Your
would send
man
me.
X are porn buddies.
No, I don't send that stuff to people. No, we are not, Oak. Oh my God. One of you is gonna die today.
Mark is hilarious.
Sometimes I laugh so hard the tears run down my leg.
That's a good joke. That's a good one. That's only certain people will get the deeper meaning of that.
I'm just going through because I don't want to.
Way too much fun right now. Laughing.
Oh wow. Okay, that's not. Oh my God. I like that. Instead of MasterCard.
Masturbate. That's fucking hilarious. Send that to Shade.
See, take time out. Oh, hold on. It just.
I've already done that today. I can't do it again.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
Take time out.
Whoa,
Do whatever you want.
dude.
Eat cake. Have a drink. Go for a walk. Masturbate vigorously. You decide it's your day.
I mean, okay, that's gonna be my day planner.
Oh my God.
So you have an easy rile up Shade. That's why we can. Yeah, right. It is really easy. Imagine your class. Imagine in your class, your teacher asks how many legs you have. 3. Yeah. I doubt your teacher would ask that question though. Like it'd be funny, but record it if it does happen.
I mean,
If my teacher asked
me
how
that
many legs
question,
I have,
I would have said 4.
This is what I imagine when somebody tells me good vibes only. I want that badge. I want that badge.
Okay.
That is hilarious.
You have
That is hilarious.
You have
Jen,
taken a joke that started with me too far, and I am asking you to stop.
sending
Beartown.
it to
I
your
need this. I need this. I need this. I need this. You're disgusted. I don't know. It's like I said, dude, it's community stuff. So I blame Shade usually.
We all blame Shade.
Shade
I
wants to
get
kill
it.
people already.
I
I'm
wanna
kind of
kill
curious what he. I'm kind of curious what he put into the. Jane, I'm still thinking about how you said you would possibly watch. I don't remember saying that.
I want to kill you, Jen, especially you.
Especially me. So I'm special in your
Are you
life.
sure about that? 'Cause he is
You
a
first,
military
Sparky
man.
second, Oak
I'm pretty
third,
sure he could like literally rip you in half.
Jen first, Sparky second, Oak third, Ford fourth.
So, all
Shut
right,
up,
guys.
Cooper.
So did it cheaper if you took me out first? It'd be cheaper. She's like, you mean
Yeah,
I have
Dad.
to survive long enough for you to get to me and try to make it past Jen? This sucks. Oh yeah, you're right. She is only one state away. Hey, what's up, Wars?
Look, I can't deal with this right now. I'm signing Christmas cards. Be quiet.
I'm signing Christmas cards. Why did you guys made me come into somebody else's stream and talk while I'm signing Christmas cards?
Jen forced me to be here. He's holding me hostage in his basement.
But he isn't going to be violated for another year and a half.
You mean a year and a quarter?
Whatever.
Here's the two veterans in a room again.
Also warn you, you have to get past my rooster. You got to get past her bod dad tattooed bearded guy. Oh, sorry, goateed guy.
That's fine. That's fine. I can scream loud enough to blow someone's eardrum. I've done it before.
No, don't you dare do that.
You strike me as a very feminine boy.
I
Slim-
am.
Scream, my dad would drop kick you.
I would blow his eardrums out.
Like a little girl.
Rock and roll
Yeah, I scream like a girl.
My dad literally said that he had rock and roll music blasting in his ears the whole entire time.
Yeah, you can try to blow my eardrums out, but enough explosions have gone through my ears that I can't really hear certain tones anymore. So, good luck. Also, if you're close enough for you to scream, I'm close enough to shoot you.
Right here. Yeah.
What's the phrase? Balls drop. Well, considering
Feet away.
considering Shade's kinks, probably being more feminine on the feminine side will help him in the long run.
You move. You giant pussy.
That is what it is.
Oh, Grandma Judy
Yeah, they
invited
left, but they didn't take the vocal cords with them.
and Kim over there for dinner.
That's
Hams,
literally what happened.
pineapple bread, and meat some
Ooh,
rolls.
pineapple bread. Ooh.
Hey. Chris, I might have to mute you.
Okay.
He's just got a lot going on in the background. So pineapple bread does sound kind of good. Okay, so I got a question for everybody. What do you got planned for Christmas tomorrow? Anybody? Somebody said, I think was it you, Dark, that said you had 16 people? You were going to a party? Who was that? I cannot remember. Sparky, what's your plan? Quick, all right. Sparky, what's your plan for Christmas? I'm probably gonna come in my room, play video games until everybody wakes up, and then go and open up presents. Are you not going to? Oh, that's right. You're not doing anything. Sake here was talking about how much he doesn't like Christmas, and I was like, okay, good for you. Tonight's at Graham's, tomorrow's home. Okay. You know, that's the greatest thing that I like about Christmas is like the entire world just sort of stops. At least America. It's like the only time that we take most of the time off, for the most part. Right? Like it just seems to be the only day out of the year where we just stop for a day. And we don't even stop entirely, but it seems to be the only way. Who's Jewish? Who's Jewish? What's up, A-Dog? How you doing, man?
Me, I am. I'm definitely Jewish.
You
That's a
mispronounced
joke.
femboy.
What? Who missed? Wait, what? Because I can spell that in 2 seconds.
You mispronounced femboy, okay? We just got done talking about how feminine you are, okay? You can't take it back now.
Oh, I am.
You can't take it back now. Nope.
I
It's
just
out there. I have a
don't
recording
show
of it, actually.
online. If you knew me IRL, you would have said that already.
That you're a femboy?
Yeah.
No offense, Shade. It's sort of written all over you. There we go. But, I mean, you know, I guess we're having a dinner. We put my father-in-law in a home. Okay, so get this. We put my father-in-law in a home yesterday, right? We no longer get to go and visit with him. We can only do it through a double pane glass window. Like no shit. They won't let you in old folks' homes anymore. Not where I live anyway. They won't let you in. Okay, cool.
All right.
You're good.
Good.
What's up, Ian? How you doing, man? But all right, you know what, guys? Though I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a few things I gotta get done today. I don't know if I'll be back today as far as streaming, but always fun
Are you
time.
gonna play World of Warcraft?
Probably at some point, but I might not stream it.
All right.
Probably at some point. Oh, keep an eye on my Discord. I might just jump into the Discord. You know, just to hang out and bullshit. But you know, I just want to make sure that tomorrow that my wife's all situated, she's happy. I gotta clean my room, and I gotta put a few things up over here in the closet to kind of help deaden the noise between me and the person that's staying there. Just so you guys know, let's advertise this again. I have this. This is for the challenge stream on December 31st, New Year's Eve. I have this bottle full of Jameson. And
Ooh.
I have this of tequila. I will be publishing rules. Here soon. There will be an option to make me take 1 shot. There will be an option to make me take 2 shots. For donations. You got whiskey. Nice. Anybody who wants to join me with this challenge, we'll start around.
Orange juice.
I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 5 mountains, so that'll be 7.
Whiskey and gin.
That'll be we'll start around 7 o'clock
Uh,
Eastern Standard Time. We will start around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right. Donations, Patreon, and so we're gonna bring in donations.
At 7 o'clock, I'll be able to.
Patrons to the Patreon. Patrons to the Patreon. All right, and we'll bring in the merch, which means that if you buy a piece of my merch, I gotta take a shot. Right, so then you get something out of it. There are T-shirts, there are jackets, and there are coffee mugs. I will be
revolving.
publishing the orders. Join the Discord. I'll be publishing not the orders. Sorry. I will be publishing the rules of the challenge stream on the Discord, and you are more than welcome to join me. So join the Discord, you will get the rules, and then I will also create a screen so it'll be up in the corner while we play games. All right.
And
All right, guys. I will talk to you later. I hope everybody has a merry Christmas. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate Shay taking a good joke. Appreciate Chris jumping in here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
You too.
he just ended.